podcast ever recorded, and today it's the second anniversary of the second Batman movie that we ever covered. Who could resist Batman Forever?
I hate you so much right now.
What line did you think I was going to do?
You know what? That was perfect.
There's so many you can choose from.
That was perfect.
I will tell you this.
Couldn't have done it better.
It got down to 2. I went with boiling acid, but it was going to be somebody tell the fat lady she's on in 5.
That was the right choice.
Guys.
Yeah, that was the right choice.
Appreciate you. So we've got Mr. Ryan Farrell, the Human Movie Database, in the house because he already said he hates me. So you know he's here. What's up, dude?
How you doing?
Why'd that bother you so much?
Oh, no, that was great.
Okay.
I loved it. That was... Come on.
Fair enough. Awesome. The mayor is in session. Welcome back.
In session. We are presiding over a Batman movie.
First time back since Tango and Cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit.
It has been.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that we're here. We've had the same team assembled here. Actually, hold on, +1, but we got
a +1
the
today.
Manimal, Bob Hauser. What's up?
Not gonna lie, I did have the soundtrack for this movie back in the day.
Hold on.
There it is. Yeah.
There used to be a tower.
You know it. Nice.
Yeah.
And you became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains the film. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen?
To a kiss from the roof. God, the soundtrack's way better than this piece of shit.
Right. So we also, over at the kids' table, no mistaking that laugh, we've got the machine punter Mummer in the house.
Hey,
What's up, dude?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm fantastic, bro.
You know how I got the job here?
How's that?
Luck. Blind, stupid, simple, doo-dah, clueless luck.
That's awesome.
Kurt's here for the 3rd time on a Batman movie.
Yeah,
Right?
I can't not show up for a Batman movie.
No, I know.
Point.
It was a tough draw this on this schedule because I had Flintstones, G.I. Joe, had to make that happen, but
Batman.
at the same time Batman. But I'm glad you made it work.
I love it.
And you're
I'm
here.
glad to be at the kids' table.
Awesome, man. Let's jump straight into the vitals. For those of you that have never seen the show, we're going to go through the vitals. We're going to then go plot by plot, scene by scene through the movie, breaking the whole thing down. And at the end, we're going to give it some awards, some good, some bad, before ultimately determining if it deserves the title of a bad movie. Maybe it's a bad movie that rules, and occasionally we find out these are actually good movies. So we'll see as we go through this here. The movie was directed. This was 1995. Batman Forever, directed by Joel Schumacher. Famously directed by Schumacher, as this is when he took over the Batman movies from Tim Burton.
Yeah, we were sophomores?
Yeah.
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 You would have. Well, I might. Was it 95? Yeah, I think. It
Or
was
the
like
beginning of our
sophomore.
junior year. I don't remember when it came. Was it the summertime release?
Yeah, it was May 30th, 95.
Then it was in
I don't know.
between
Don't quote me
sophomore,
on that.
junior year. Yeah.
Or second week of May, something. No, actually, it was June 14th, 1995.
Yeah. Then it would have been the summer between our sophomore and junior
I feel
years.
like this is prime time movie going.
Yeah.
Oh, I went to the movie. I went to see this with Bob.
Front row.
Front row. He was a little kid. It was so packed that we had to sit in the front row for Batman Forever.
Yep.
And let me tell you, seeing this movie that big, that close to my face, burned something in me that I think has never been repaired.
That good.
It's green tights, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is.
It was that good.
And didn't Tim Burton still had a hand in this one because he was still credited?
Did he?
Yeah, he was helped produce.
So Tim Burton
Yeah,
still
that's
had,
what it was. He produced. Yeah.
Tim Burton still had reign, like he still had skin in the game, but he more or less.
It's like Christopher Nolan helping out. What's his name?
So did Keaton, and Keaton will look at the script and left.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well,
That should have been a red flag right there.
movie was written by Lee and Janet Batchelor, and Akiva Goldsmith were the 3 credited writers on the film.
Well, you had like a husband and wife, and they're around their kitchen table writing this thing, or what?
I guess. I'm
That's how it works.
not a couple that I'm
I'm
familiar
missing out on some. I got to go home and tell Becca we got to write a movie. This is apparently a thing.
You should.
with. Do it.
it.
I'd
gotta
I
make
would
some
love
money
to
here.
see a Batman movie from you two.
That'd be incredible.
I'll get her on it.
Movie starred, listen to this cast: Val Kilmer, Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones, Nicole Kidman, Chris O'Donnell, which is part of why this budget was $100 million.
Yeah.
At the time, it was like, what, T2, Waterworld, Batman Forever. I mean, those were the big mega budget movies.
Those were the ones that actually eclipsed that $100 million mark.
Yeah, crazy. But hey, the box office for this thing was $336 million.
This, when it opened, was the highest grossing opening weekend of all time when it opened in 95.
Was this until Toby swung into action? Or did something eclipse it prior to Toby?
Something eclipsed it.
Prior.
I don't know what
Yeah,
did, but
okay.
I could tell you. I know that this movie eclipsed Jurassic Park for the highest
So why
opening
is
weekend
this
of
a
all
bad
time.
movie?
Yeah.
Well, it made a lot of money, but people have made lots of money selling all kinds of crap before. So we'll see how. Are you asking how it qualifies for our show?
Correct.
Okay, so it's currently sitting at a 5.4
Yikes.
on IMDb,
Oof.
which is tied for 100th best on our show. Other 5.4s have been American Ninja and Maximum Overdrive.
Ooh, Maximum Overdrive.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to go. Sorry. I think I'm at the wrong movie. I apologize.
No, this is it. This thing's got a 41% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is honestly twice as much as I thought it was going to have when I looked it up.
I find that absolutely hilarious.
41%.
That this movie got 41%.
And then Boondock Saints was what, 26?
And then
21?
BVS
Wow.
was 26 or
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, right.
This
Even-
movie
Even Tango and Cash was lower than that.
got 41%.
Oof.
41%.
This you could never trust a critic.
And
No.
It wasn't as bad as you guys think.
It is. It's terrible.
this is the rare moment.
Bob, I don't think you were saying that at the age. When
No,
you
I
watched
wasn't.
this.
I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
All right.
The movie has a lower audience score than critic score, which is pretty rare around these parts.
Wow.
It's got a 32% audience score.
I can understand that though, coming off the first two Batmans, and people are going to say, "Oh, it's another Batman movie, right?" And then they just get this pile of shit dumped on them.
70% of the audience.
I get it.
70% of the audience said no, thank you very much, and that's how we end up. So that's how it qualifies for us. But yeah, Bob, I remember you basically floating on air coming out of that movie theater.
I did. I floated on air on a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Because I was an idiot. I still maintain some of my idiocy on a lot of things. Like I'll always forever
If you'll
love.
ever lose it completely, we all don't.
I'll forever love Waterworld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that movie aged better. When we went back to it, I remember going, hold on, this is much better
Good
than
movie.
I remember.
Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah.
The thing for me is like when I was a kid, I grew up on animated series and I grew up on 89 Batman and Batman Returns. I think Batman Returns was my first movie to see in theaters. I thought it was awesome. And I was excited for this, rightfully so. I saw it. I thought it was the greatest thing ever. Rented it countless times. Had late fees on it countless times.
Yep. Oh, you supported a whole business just in Batman
You helped
Forever.
make some of that 3.5 million back.
I did.
Blockbuster had
They hated us. They
weekly
hated.
shipments of Batman Forever because Bob kept wearing them out.
Oh yeah.
All right, Bob Hauser coming back? Oh, good God. Get on the Batman Forever.
Yep. They had multiple Batman first. I kept using them.
I don't give a damn what it takes. I need 4 new Batman Forevers.
Hauser's coming in. Get the Batman Forever.
It's a microwave popcorn stock. Hurry up. Get that in there.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So this is going to be a great episode. I can already feel it.
Currently,
Yeah.
watched it a couple times as an adult. Know a lot more about the characters, how they should be. That is my biggest problem.
All right. Well, we'll have plenty of opportunities as we go through to point all that out. Yeah. This is a perfect opportunity to let people know that if you want to hear the unedited versions of the show, based off
anything bad.
off what Bob just said, that you can join us on our Patreon. It's in the show notes. You look at the show description. It's patreon.com/badmoviesrule. And if you join the $5 a month tier, you get all kinds of bonus shows, but you also get our shows unedited. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We've got bills to pay. We're going to pay the bills right now. You guys ready to jump in?
Yeah,
let's keep this
jump
energy
in.
going. I love
I
it.
think we jumped in already.
It seems like we did.
I remember sitting in the theater, my neck craned back against the seat, thinking of my Batman 89, thinking about Batman Returns, and excited for this new Batman because I loved Val Kilmer. I loved those movies. What's important to know is even from the trailers, you couldn't tell it was going to be all that different from the original two, to the extent that it ended up being. So I had expectations in line with that. And I still remember to this day, sit in that theater, and when the movie opens and his corny ass "I'll get drive-thru" is the first line of the movie, and I just immediately went, oh no.
Yeah.
That was it for you.
No, there we go.
No, because I you don't know until you see it, but I was just like, oh no, is this what this is gonna be? Are we going back to the Adam West show?
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
opposed to
Getting clownish.
We're going down the rainbow road to hell, friend.
And I'll tell you this, the score, well, it's not as good as Danny Elfman's score.
Yeah.
Because nothing is close to Danny Elfman's score.
I am at Hans Zimmer's.
But Elliot Goldenthal, the way he wrote the music for this movie and for Batman and Robin,
I didn't hate it.
No,
Yeah, it was good.
It's a very underrated score because, like you're saying, the first time you watch this movie and the Warner Brothers logo morphs into the bat symbol,
Yeah, I thought
and
that
you
was
get
cool.
the music coming up and under,
Yeah.
and the Val
car
Kilmer
comes up.
swoops
That
was-
in. No, I'm talking just the names, like.
Yeah.
The names are swooping in and swooping by, and then it pans back to the bat symbol. It's like forever.
Yeah.
And and even the opening montage of like, gauntlet, bat gun, this, that.
That was the best part of the movie.
Even and that's
Until he
even when
opened
you
his
get your
mouth.
first. That's even when you get your first bat nipples too, right there.
get the nips?
Bat
The like
nipples.
the breast shot comes around, but right the second the dialogue starts, this awesome moment. Could I persuade you to take a sandwich with you, sir? Like it's.
I'll get drive-through. I just was
And that
like,
didn't do it for you guys?
Oh, and it gets worse.
no one wants
Yeah,
to see a
absolutely.
Batmobile at McDonald's. We're like, can I
I
get
think
a,
it'd be great.
To be honest,
can I get a McDouble and large fry?
Actually, just give me the Happy Meal because it's got the bat toys in it.
dude, and they did. Oh my gosh,
I remember
the
having all those
advertising.
things.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh,
advertising for this
McDonald's was in the bathtub rubbing money on their nipples after this movie came out. Okay, anytime they
I
could get
have
a
a
Batman,
horrible vision of Ronald McDonald right now.
they were
Just
just like, oh yeah,
him and Grimace just
That's
sitting
how
there.
That's how they cured the kids at the Ronald McDonald house. Is
That's right.
just rub Batman money all over. I'm
You
like,
tell
this'll
McDonald's-
cure you.
You tell McDonald's a Batman movie's coming out, and they immediately you're just like, oh god.
They're just Bernie
It's like
and
Farmer
the
Fran
Hamburglar
with it,
just dumping buckets of money on Ronald McDonald as he's laying in a tub.
Exactly.
They
Mayor,
lost money on
Mayor
returns.
McCheese snorting coke off off of the Hamburglar.
Grimace is using dollar bills as toilet papers.
Well, man.
Oh, all right.
Oh, man.
Anyway, here's the opening sequence because it's got to start with an action sequence. Is essentially
Yes.
Two-Face is robbing the second bank of Gotham.
Oh, I thought it was Joker.
On the Are you okay? Are you okay?
He's perfect.
Did you hurt?
No, I just rolled my ankle.
Oh,
Dang.
Not too in the moment.
you good?
This is what you get for making fun of this movie.
Karma.
Bob just injured himself
Are you all right, bro?
making fun of
That does
Two-Face.
not look
We
good.
do.
Batman
our
Forever
stunts
gets
here.
you again.
Oh man.
All right.
All right.
You've been through worse. No.
All right. But you're not wrong because it's obvious that Tommy Lee Jones. Oh yeah. It's obvious that Tommy Lee Jones knew nothing about this character.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
And I even had it here in my notes. He played it like it was the Joker.
Yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I went back and when I watched it, because we had talked before I'd watched it again, because I watched it earlier this year, and I thought about that after you say, Tommy Lee Jones thought he was like the Riddler or whatever. I'm like, you know what? I went back and watched. I'm like, yeah, he played this totally not like Harvey Dent Two-Face at all. He acted way over the top and like he was the Joker.
It starts with some promise, right?
Yeah.
One man is born a thief, another a coward, right? He's doing
One man's born a thief, his brother a coward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
Holy men are martyred and junkies grow or whatever.
Yeah.
He said.
Politicians grow fat.
Politicians grow fat. Yes.
Well, yeah, but at this point too, I gotta say, like, there's nothing to go off of. I mean, other than comic books, and if you want to watch Batman the animated series.
Well, that's what that was out. The animated series.
Well, yeah, but I think they modeled, like you guys kind of mentioned this, they modeled it after the 66 Batman.
Yeah.
And I feel like Two-Face wasn't really in that one too often.
No.
So, again, there was nothing, I don't know if there was anything for him to watch or other than, like I said, in 92, that would have been when the series came out. So, yeah, I mean, it would have already been out 3 years, the animated series.
Right. And they're... You good? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just making sure.
I'm gonna go walk real quick.
Do you just walk it off?
I'm gonna try and walk it off.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. I could tell you're struggling.
Yeah.
Stretch it out. Yeah, I just think it's if Tommy Lee Jones had done even a little bit of homework, we had either comic books or the animated series or talking to Bob Kane, who I think was still alive at this point, or any of the people that consultants on the movie that would have known a lot about characters.
Sure.
I didn't get the sense that Tommy Lee Jones gave a crap about any of that, especially what we know about what he thought of the movie as he was doing it, which is not highly. It was a paycheck to him.
Yeah.
That he could have played the character, but instead he just was like, wacky bad guy.
Do you think Schumacher had anything to do with that, though, too? As in how he wanted the characters portrayed?
It's possible that part of that was Schumacher wanting to have, I think it was a combination, maybe a deadly combination of both.
Sure.
Right? You've got Schumacher who wants to go back to the campy fun of the Adam West movies, combined with somebody that doesn't care enough about Batman or the characters to really learn how to do it the right way.
And I mean, how much of it too could be just trying to match energy with Jim Carrey?
So, and that's what I was going to say too, because that's a well-documented thing where Jim Carrey came in and Tommy Lee Jones, who had always been used to being the quote-unquote showstopper actor, and now you have Jim Carrey who's out-acting
Playing second fiddle to the
all
Riddler.
right. But that was the thing where then it was him amping himself up to not lose scenery to Jim Carrey.
Yeah, and then there's this famous exchange they had behind the scenes where he says, I cannot sanction your buffoonery.
Yes.
Right? When he says, I hate you, and he said, why? And so he just discredited Jim in general and didn't think he belonged on the screen with him.
Exactly.
Right.
So,
he's,
this is the guy that talks out of his ass in Ace Ventura.
Sure. Well, we've talked about that numerous times too, where, I think that guy, some of his roles, he deserves plenty of Oscars, but never has gotten one.
And Tommy Lee Jones as well is a fantastic. I'm a huge
fantastic actor,
huge Tilge fan. Okay, but this is just not it.
No,
personally,
no,
personally.
This is shortly after he won an Oscar.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
He won for The Fugitive.
Yeah,
he won for The Fugitive in '93.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, outside, while this is happening, before Batman arrives, we got sex pot therapist Chase Meridian. Is on the scene. Why is she here?
Just shows up.
Brought in by the commish.
Yeah.
Brought in by the commissioner.
As a expert in
abnormal psychology.
As a Nicole Kidman fan back in the day, I was not sad.
Hot entrance as Batman swoops in.
The way that she...
Hot entrance.
Oh, we got to the sex therapist. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Man, and like right away, Batman's coming in and her eyes and just like, hot entrance.
Well, that's just it. Like, she's supposed to be a professional.
Yes.
But why does everything she say sound like this?
All breathy.
Call me Chase.
Call me Chase.
Yeah.
By the way, I wear this black, whatever she was wearing. I don't know what to call it, but yes. Do you like my cleavage?
It's just... it made no sense that she'd just be like, oh, like, is it Marilyn Monroe about to sing "Happy Birthday" to John F. Kennedy, or
You know what? Happy birthday, Mr. Batman.
why is she talking like that? This is what I just needed a line from like Gordon, or like, you were talking normal a minute ago. Literally,
Just picked up the phone to call you. You were talking in your normal voice, and then
Gordon's own.
the bat shows up, and there's a puddle under you. I don't get it.
And you're super breathy. What's going on here?
oh, excuse me. Yeah.
Bat
So-
boner activated.
Cut back upstairs. They've got the security guard loaded into this vault.
Let's start this party with a bang.
The elevator dings. And they want to shoot up the elevator. First of all, I'm like, why the frick is Batman taking an elevator up to wherever the hell this is? I mean, I've played Arkham Knight. You float to the building and you go in the window.
You just imagine they
Yeah.
It's like just
smash cut to the
dun, 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 and he's just waiting in the frickin' elevator.
Come
Spider-Man
on.
2.
Listen to the music.
In the 100 times I've seen this movie, I've never questioned why he took an elevator until right now.
Well, I think he rode
You're
on top of
welcome.
Thank you for ruining it.
I think he rode on top of the elevator, then he came through
That's
the top
not what
of
it is.
Well, it
think
kind of
so.
goes back to when we were talking about Batman versus Superman.
Yes.
You know, he sends the elevator up, but
Right.
he's not in it. He's
not
below.
in it.
But,
Yeah.
yeah. But this time he's actually in the elevator.
Blast him! They fire all their guns. This was at least before when kids' movies would still let you shoot people in them. You know, they're
Yeah.
like, I'm so used to the current sensibilities. I'm like, wow, they're like shooting and killing guys in this movie, and there's gunplay, and a lot of times now that stuff is gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, there's
Well, and you
lighting this elevator up.
Yeah.
Right before this, too, you get to see the flipping of the coin
Yes.
and, you know, sort of how he depicts and decides on how he wants to treat certain situations with
Yes.
the coin.
Yes.
And then he keeps going until he gets the answer he wants.
Yeah.
Well,
Where Two-Face just flips
later.
it once and
yeah.
Yeah. But you're right. That's it.
Yeah.
But again, it just shows a poor understanding of the character,
very poor.
because the whole point of Two-Face is that he accepts what the coin says,
Yeah.
right? But
Because I'm just going off of the animated series
right.
for how he was portrayed.
At this point,
Because that's
Like,
the only
at
thing
this
that I
point-
know of that
Yeah.
he's referenced in.
right,
Right.
right, because that was the same for me, where I had watched the animated series, and then when this came out, it was like, oh, I was so excited because I
Yeah.
love Two-Face in the animated series.
Some of the best episodes
Yes.
in that show.
Yes.
What was the one? I know we're skipping ahead here, but it fits what we're talking about. The tossing all the coins up came from the animated series.
Yeah, it came
Yes.
from the
Right?
Yeah.
the second the part 2 of that
Of the two-parter.
of the two-parter. He
with
throws
him,
the
yes.
coins. Yeah.
So somebody was watching the cartoon.
Somebody
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
again, that was my other question too.
Yeah.
Was even when we were talking about Schumacher having
Yeah.
his hand in this, how much of it was Warner Brothers?
Also
you know,
true.
were they like, "Oh, this is great. This is going to be fantastic.
No, right.
Bright colors.
You're right,
super
Kurt.
crazy."
No, you're very right.
You're right, because I think they were so burned by Burton and Batman Returns, and McDonald's was pissed about the
Yeah, they
violent
wanted
that
to go
movie
back
was.
to camping, sell this.
They
to
want to
kids.
sell toys. They want to
Yeah.
sell the stuff. So yeah, you know what? Maybe we're laying it at the wrong people's feet here. I think probably Warner Brothers is as much to blame for the tone
I
Yeah.
think totally. Yeah.
and that's probably why they hired Schumacher to do it that
yeah,
way.
he was going to do what they said.
You're probably right there,
Well,
dude.
and Warner Brothers is exactly who to blame for
Yeah.
that. Yeah, because
yeah. It's a
as
fact.
we kind of even referenced, but like there was that rumor a few years ago about the Schumacher cut.
Yes.
and how
It exists.
Batman Forever is actually like a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
And Kevin Smith recently worked on it, and he said that he assembled like a 2-hour and 40-minute cut of Batman Forever, which is a lot darker and closer to what Burton was doing.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers kind of just put the kibosh on it all.
How about that?
Yep.
Well, the elevator opens. He's not inside of it, but he swoops out, kicks a bunch of dudes in the face like Batman
You know, I'll
does.
say one thing about this movie.
Yeah.
I can see the fight scenes.
Yeah.
At least the fight scenes are better than the Nolan ones. Yeah. Right?
At least better than Begins and Dark Knight.
Just begins. Just begins.
And Dark Knight.
Just begins.
Shots fired.
The Dark Knight. I can.
Pew pew. Torpedoes ready.
Hold on, I'm afraid to stand up again. Here we go.
All of your taunting must now be done from a seated position from now on. Okay.
That's my foot's coming back.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Some bull crap.
You're right. I watched that elevator scene, and it's obvious that this poor stunt guy it's hard to move in the old school Batman suits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like the all one piece rubber thing that I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, buddy. You're right. Still better than anything Nolan put on
No, he
screen.
makes it work.
Yeah.
This scene is It's really cool for sure.
Good. Except we get the Ernest P. Worrell electrocution noises.
Well, that's all part of making it more kiddish and clownish.
It was straight out of Ernest.
The soundbite was straight out of Ernest.
You know what's funny too?
Yeah.
The sound effects were nominated for an Oscar.
Oh, how about that?
Thank you, Ernest P. Worrell.
It was the
was that.
audible when they pulled the hearing aid out of the guy's ear.
That too.
Hey, that's my hearing aid. Thanks.
All of the
need
all the voters were like, "Oh my god!" Give
yeah.
that.
Tell me Batman
everyone
would have
from
some
the
sort
sound
of sonar listening device on
right.
the side of his helmet.
That's right.
Cowl, whatever
And-
you want to call it.
Batman goes into the vault where the guard is, and he goes all Admiral Akbar on him. It's a trap! It's a trap! It's a trap! The door shuts behind him, and the chopper just pulls the whole vault out of the building. And today, for your pleasure, we're serving the very same acid that made us the men we are today. And it's, oh no, it's boiling acid!
Oh, my Undertaker.
That guy has lived rent-free in my head for 30
Yes,
years.
absolutely.
You just wake up at night.
Yes. That's my hearing aid. I like how he goes, thanks, Mike. He can't hear you.
Yeah.
Batman just signs to him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that why he yells like that? My shoes are melting.
Oh my God.
Because he doesn't know if anyone can hear him.
Right. He's able to get the door open. They get out on top. Two-Face is pissed off. He clips a line. He shoots a line through the building, then clips the chain and says, hang on. Hang on. That's a free fall on a chain with a
No,
vault.
it's a perfect roller coaster track that
Yeah.
magically swoops everything back in its place.
When you play the film in reverse, it's really easy to do that.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
It's right back in. Oh my gosh, sorry.
Magically, the acid drained out too.
That kind
Poor
of
of all those Gothamites. Everyone's just getting acid on the right.
Yeah, first, how'd you rig this vault to shoot acid out of the security boxes? But besides that, you're asking a lot of chubs to hang on to this thing while it free falls back into the building.
You're asking a lot for that batarang that just went through the wall too.
to hold the
Through
vault.
concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that this batarang shoots through concrete, but then as it retracts, it's just like, oh no, I got this.
Yeah, it'll hold an entire
Okay.
bank vault.
Yep.
That'll hold.
I
That
didn't
are so-
weaken this
that'll
hole by
hold.
all. I just
Yeah.
10 inches of concrete.
Those vaults are so heavy, when banks move out of buildings, they have to leave them there.
They're right.
Well-
Those are abandoned in place.
Yes.
But it's the batarangs there, and Midwestern dads everywhere are like, yeah, that ain't going anywhere. That'll
I
hold.
just slaps it.
Gives a little
Tap
twang.
it, little tug.
Twang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hold. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere.
Dad.
So now we just got Batman dangling on. He's dangling on a chain.
Take a night to that
Chopper-
pointy-eared night rat. Yeah.
Yeah, Chopper's flying through. He's like, I'll fly through this advertisement. That's a neat trick. Just
Explosion.
through it.
You got dry eyes?
No problem. And you think, oh, he looks at the chain after they crash. Oh, he's gone. Batman's gone. But no, Batman's on top of a helicopter.
Yes.
Yes.
Because the cape comes down. There's not a whole lot of room between the rotors and the windshield.
You didn't notice his ears were 2 inches shorter.
I just picture
and
Batman
flatter.
running on top of the chopper.
That's what happened. He threw the cape off, and it just landed on the windshield, and he's running on the blades.
And that actually would have checked out for this movie.
Got it.
Yeah.
He climbs back in.
That's in the unedited version.
Is gonna get Two-Face, but Two-Face crashes the thing into a statue of, I don't know what
The
it's called.
statue of Gotham.
Of
Yeah,
Gotham.
the Gotham
Yeah,
of
Our
Liberty.
Lady.
Before he,
The Gotham of Liberty.
And where the blades cut off half her face.
yes.
Yeah.
And off
then
he
the
flies
explosion.
in a parachute. And
But
I was
also,
wondering
can
his
I-
escape plan there. Where's he landing?
in a boat that he placed there 3 weeks earlier because he knew exactly what was going to happen.
No, absolutely. No, I love the club on the steering wheel of a helicopter.
Good thing he had a club for a car wheel.
Yeah.
Hold on.
In
In
his
a helicopter.
And who's driving a helicopter? Is it a steering wheel on there?
I don't
I believe
know.
it's a stick.
Yeah.
Choppers are famously sticks, aren't they?
I mean,
Yes.
they're,
Yeah.
you know, you definitely pull and
If you
pull.
had a wheel,
You definitely
it'd be
pull
like
and
the
push.
two handles.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It'd be like a Knight Rider wheel.
Thank you
Yeah.
for bringing that up because I forgot they just produced them.
When did that come out? Then?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, what the hell's a car wheel doing in a helicopter?
Yeah.
At best, it's the little wheel with the two handles on it, and you're still push-pull.
Was that a fad of the 90s, though, that carjacking device that everyone could buy? That was a fad of the 90s.
There's advertisements
It's still
all
out
the
there.
time. There were
I've seen it.
infomercials all the time.
You can still buy them, but they're not as advertised heavily as they were back then.
But that was like a 90,
it's huge.
93, 94 thing.
Yeah.
So, like, man, maybe they paid to play in this one.
The next scene we get is we're introduced to Edward Nigma during Bruce Wayne is taking a tour of the R&D floor of Wayne Enterprises, and all of the cubicle and workshop areas look totally normal except for one person's, and that's Mr. Edward Nigma, who is super psyched at Bruce Wayne because we got a little single white female action.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
You hired me personally. Your name was on the slip.
Your name was on the slip. I have it.
I'm going to need that hand back, Edward. And he's basically going to pitch him, what's on all our minds?
Exactly.
Brainwaves. Yeah. And Ed Begley Jr., who's uncredited in this movie.
Yeah.
Weirdly. Trying to apologize to the big boss man, right? Like, I'm sorry, this is, we terminated his project this morning. And he's like, no, that's fine. And so he pulls out the box and makes his pitch to Bruce Wayne, who starts to lose interest as soon as he says manipulating brainwaves, if you will.
Yeah.
Right.
Then it's when he starts to polish his glasses and look around but he's still trying to be nice. He's like, I'll tell you what, call my assistant Martha and, we'll have her set up.
I want to see all the
Bat signal
documents
comes
and
up
everything.
at this time.
Right.
Yeah.
The bat signal's in the back.
Like,
and
what does he say?
That's not going to be good for me.
Yeah.
Awful bold.
Yeah. Well, I
Very
think he
much
knows
so.
he's going to get fired. So he's like, I'm going to either make this deal with you or I'm going to be fired.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't get to make the deal at all.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Ed Begley's probably firing him anyway. So he goes, well, I'm sorry. Then the answer is no, right? Just manipulating brainwaves raises too many questions. And off he rolls. It's like, great job, everybody. Place looks great. See you later, right? Because the bat signal's flying out the window. And there's some really grounded, as big and over the top as he does in this movie, there's a few moments where Jim Carrey brings the goods.
you were supposed to understand.
Yes.
I'll make you understand.
And his lip is quivering.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Great stuff. Who at this point hadn't really done any serious dramatic work at all.
No, this is his fourth film.
Right.
I mean,
'Cause
he did
before
Ace
this, it
Ventura,
was
The Mask, Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
And
That was
this
it.
was number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did the vampire one with him.
Once bit. Yeah, but
Yeah, that was when he
that
first
was
started.
when he first started. Yeah.
from his resurgence,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
right,
it,
right.
Yeah. So the bat signal is going off, and I have a question because the way he gets to this bat, he goes into a desk, sits down in a chair,
Yeah.
gets shot out of a tube, but while he's in the tube, he's in a marble.
Your office
Or
doesn't
something?
do that.
Yeah,
You don't have that in your
What
office.
is that?
it's like a tube with a TV in it. It's a shaft and a shaft
Yes.
going down something really, really fast.
And who has to set this up? Is it Alfred? Because I'm just thinking, how much? I know he's a billionaire, but how much does it cost every time he's got to show up?
Right.
At
You
the
got
bat
to reset
So,
the
like,
pod.
I was
Right.
going to say,
Yeah.
who goes in and resets the pod?
Well, and
Right.
let's rewind a little further. Who builds the thing?
When
Like,
you're-
who's walking into Bruce Wayne's office going, man, your chair sits really far away from your desk. That's really weird. And why does it recline forward? That's a really weird chair to recline forward.
Because if it's not Alfred or him,
Yeah.
somebody's going to be asking a lot of questions.
So you're telling me,
This guy's fired.
like, the architect comes in, he's like, wait a minute, you're telling me that you want a tube to run from your office at Wayne Enterprises through the entire city of Gotham.
That's right.
To come out at your mansion in the basement.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't understand why you're confused about that.
Yeah. Don't ask. Just
Right.
do.
Just do it.
Here's money.
I'm a spelunker.
Do it.
Oh, the spelunking.
I like to cave dive.
I like
Yeah.
cave diving.
Okay,
Mind your business.
from my office.
Exactly.
You don't know what I do.
Sometimes a guy's got to get in the caves quick.
On the 37th floor, and assuming he's just in the middle of the 37th floor, that tube's just going through all the floors below him.
Yes.
Yeah, right next to the elevator shaft.
There's just like a view from everybody's apartment. Just shoom. There goes Bruce Wayne again.
It's weird, right?
Rich guys.
Sorry. What if it's like a $10,000 What I'm saying is she just flicks this light on and it turns into like a $10,000 booty call.
Yeah.
There's got to be more. I'll tell you, that's more than $10,000.
Alfred somewhere is pissed because he's the one that's got to go reset all that.
Right? And it's just Chase Meridian with her boobs out.
Yep.
Okay.
Again.
In her flowing, nightie or whatever.
Yeah.
And Batman lands expecting like Commissioner Gordon's going to be like, the Joker's on the loose again. But instead it's like, hey, oh my gosh, what is this thing? I don't even know how this works. Oops. Did I turn it on?
Yep. I think she wanted to
I'll tell you what's turned on.
I don't think it was him in the suit. I think it was the cowl.
Bat signal is not a beeper. What? Oh, I didn't even know how this happened.
What is
What
it
a
about the
sign of the
wrong kind of
time.
man?
Yes.
In
What is it?
college, it was guys with leather jackets.
Yeah.
And now, black rubber. Black
Can
rubber.
you imagine if that happened during the 66 Batman? The bat symbol is not a rotary phone.
Right? Oh, if it had happened later, it would have been the bat signal is not an app.
Yeah.
The bat symbol
Doesn't
is
hit
not
quite
Tinder.
right.
Not an Uber. It's not Tinder.
Not Tinder.
Seriously.
You can't just swipe
You can't
right
just
on the bat
swipe
signal.
left on the bat signal.
She's trying to swipe right on Batman hard here, okay? And she goes,
Are you
he
trying
goes,
to get under my cape, Doctor?
it's the car, right? Chicks dig the car. I'm like, no, the car looks like a Glade air freshener. What are you talking about? It's the worst Batmobile.
no.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
What would be the name of the set?
Black rubber? It's like he says. Did you like this Batmobile?
I thought it was cool looking, but
Really?
as an adult, you look at it and you go, like you said, it looks like a overly priced vibrator or like a air freshener or
Does both.
Get you a car that can do both.
a car that can do both.
Yeah.
People are going, why is he making a lot of sex jokes? Go watch the movie.
It's
a
the whole
giant
thing.
sex joke.
It really is. There's just this sexual undertone to everything
Oh, yeah.
in this movie.
Big muscular statues.
Yeah. Wait do you see the clowns at the circus in a few minutes?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, who hired these guys? Anyway, she's all turned on by people with psychological problems, okay? But she's a therapist.
Try a fireman. Less to take off.
Yep.
She says, I'll bring the wine. You bring your scarred psyche. And I'm like, this lady should not be a therapist. It's like the most unethical.
No.
I'm watching this with my wife, who is one, and she's just like, this is the most unethical thing I've ever seen.
Violation.
In my entire life. Anytime anyone's around her that has any kind of mental problem, she's like, oh, wait, tell me slower about what happened to you in your childhood. I'm like, this is not a good profession for you. Not at all.
No, she picked the wrong one.
Oh, my gosh.
What type of insurance does she take?
Bob's got next Wednesday free, and he's just asking for a friend, okay?
Blue Cross,
Yeah.
Blue Shield,
I got that PPO. You know what I'm saying?
United Health.
And then at the end of the scene, this girl flipping on Bat Tinder even drug old Gordon's ass out of bed.
Gordon comes shuffling in his loafers and his pajamas.
Commissioner
Still wearing
Cockwasser.
the worst commissioner ever.
I'll be like, oh, you put poor Gordon out of bed because you're trying to score with
I
Batman.
love that he has time to put on his commissioner bowling hat.
He sleeps in it.
He just has
Just
it
in
right on
case.
the nightstand.
Yeah,
every
just
time
in
he
case a
sits
bat
up.
signal goes off.
Just
Yeah,
in case.
exactly.
It's right
He
there.
wakes up and goes right up to his head.
Right.
He's got a sorry,
No.
drawing a blank.
No, you're good.
He's got an Alfred. And Alfred puts the hat on for him.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Here, sir, before you leave,
Your hat's
I'm going to get drive-through.
Here's your hat.
Studebaker, though. Yeah.
Bring around the loner.
All right. Nigma, the next scene is Nigma testing out his device on Ed Begley Jr., who comes over there to shut him down, and he gets brained by a coffee pot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he straps him into his device.
Caffeine will kill you.
That's right.
Caffeine will kill ya.
Puts on the box, and nothing you can say will make me believe that this wasn't completely improvised. There's no way this was scripted as is. It's just Jim Carrey going crazy for 3 minutes.
Doing Jim Carrey.
No, he just
Doing
did
Jim
Jim
Carrey
Carrey.
stuff.
Yeah.
Sucking up your IQ.
Vacuuming your cortex.
Feeding off your brain.
Beating off your brain.
Doing the dance.
Dude,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean,
The
there's
smash
just
cut
no
to the wide
way.
shot of him doing the dance.
I'll take what's in thick skull number 1.
Yeah, that was just Jim Carrey doing Jim Carrey.
They just turned on the camera and said,
Do your
go
thing.
for 3
Yep.
minutes. And he probably went for a lot more than that. And this is just what they used. And it's insane. But here's the thing. When Tommy Lee Jones does it or other people are going over the top in this movie, it seems like over the top. But because we're so used to him being like this, it all seems like
Normal.
It's just Jim Carrey.
okay, that tracks with
Right.
when Carrey does it. I don't know why.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't as annoying.
I never got the sense that he's overdoing it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, it's Jim Carrey.
Right.
So
But he knows how to do it, though.
yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
he made a career out of doing it
Yes.
and being a
sure.
physical presence that
Right.
could. I mean, you look at even his supporting roles from the 80s,
Yeah.
and he knew how to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. It's the physical presence, and that's where, I mean, to me, I don't get that from Tommy Lee Jones, but that's what Tommy Lee Jones was trying to do. But that's not what Tommy Lee Jones, at least to me, what he was as an actor or is as an actor.
That's what makes the whole story between him and Carrey at a dinner party.
Yes.
I can't accept your buffoonery. Like, you were the biggest buffoon in this movie.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right.
And if he had just played it where Dent, because the few times, he's almost Two-Face the entire film, but a few times Dent comes through and he plays it fine, right?
Yeah.
And if he had just done that, and then when he's being Two-Face, be more scary and sadistic than loony, cartoony,
Right.
They could have been really, really good.
Awesome.
Because Dent would have been more like tracking with what Tommy Lee Jones and his roles kind of
Who can
are.
be super scary and intimidating.
Right. And flip it the other way. Yeah, exactly.
He gets into, and there's a moment where he finally takes the thing off of him, and he goes, "What happened?" He's like, "A very interesting side effect. While you were using the box, I something with your neural energy to grow smarter, right? I absorbed it, or whatever he says.
That's all he says. I used your neural energy to grow smarter.
Right?
Yep.
You are manipulating brainwaves. Bruce Wayne was right. You are fired." Oh no, I don't think so.
Yeah, this was a nice
Right?
part of the movie.
Yeah.
This was
was great.
Solid
Good.
part of the movie.
Right.
Rolls his ass down the whole line till he's caught just by the helmet wire hanging
Yep.
off the edge.
Crashes through the window.
And I love this line delivery. Fred, babe, you are fired.
Or should I say, terminated?
Surf's up, big kahuna. That's right. Yeah.
Ugh.
Little rough on the landing.
He may have to settle for the bronze.
Yeah. But then another great moment from him, he runs all the way up to the video camera and says, "Why hasn't anybody put you in your place?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great so far. Then we cut to the stupidest thing. It's Bruce Wayne watching the news where they show how Harvey got acid thrown on him, and Batman's just chilling in the courtroom in broad daylight.
He just showed up.
Look,
Batman's like, I got to come observe this trial.
Like,
I'm just going to show
this-
up and
What?
this cutaway to this news footage is the worst because, yes, Batman's just chilling in broad daylight.
Yes.
I love how the mafioso stands up from the courtroom and like he's going to brandish a gun, but he's brandishing a cup of acid.
Yeah.
He just kept it in his pocket that whole time.
He was
just
just
in a
sloshing
coffee mug.
around.
He's just sitting
God,
on
my
the stand
nipples.
with acid. And then it cuts back to Tommy Lee Jones. He's like, like with the folder.
Yes.
And the acid just hits that one spot of the folder.
Yeah.
somewhere
Wouldn't
some
melt the
mafia
folder.
guy's nickname became Timmy One Nipple or something.
I never thought about that.
Timmy One Nipple Cassavetti, how you doing?
Hey, I'm that guy. You need a bucket of acid. I'll store it in my pants or in my shirt, and I'll bring it out when you need it.
Yeah, that's $5 million
man.
per cup. Whatever you need, yeah, I'm your guy.
It's real freaking hot because I had to boil it first. So I got to tuck it up under my armpit so it stays hot. And there's Batman just, before he tries to leap up, just sitting in the galley. Just like all the lights are on.
He's got a bow tie on and a shirt.
He's in his
He's
formal
like in
bat
disguise.
suit.
Imagine sitting in court and Batman's just sitting there next to regular people. Hey, how's it going?
How you doing, Batman?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a little less intimidating when you can see the seams on his 3D printed suit. because all the lights are on.
See the mesh pattern in it.
There's just sweat beading down. Is it hot in that thing? Mind your business.
Hey, you need some
Throw the
water. You look a
acid
little
yet?
dehydrated. You look like you're sweating a lot in there.
Bruce goes to meet Chase, knocks her door in because it sounds like she's getting into a fight or, doing something
This
in there.
whole meet cute thing.
Yeah. I'm Bruce Wayne. Good. Then you can afford to buy me a new door. And he's there to ask her about these riddles he's been getting, right? Because Gordon said,
Yeah, because he leaves one of them on his desk.
Oh yeah, he left a riddle
After
at
he
the
got
crime
fired.
scene.
Yeah.
there's something I noticed about her obsession and horniness for people that have psychological problems, because at the beginning of the scene and the first time she meets Bruce, she couldn't give two craps about him. And she wasn't doing her breathy voice, and she wasn't, getting all excited. And she was like, whatever, riddles, guy's a wacko, the whole kind of thing. And then throughout this first meeting, as you know more about obsession than you let on. Oh, I think the better question is, do you have a thing for bats? And do you know what I mean? As it more and more come out that he might have his own problems, she starts to get more and more interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, her whole thing, when he was like, "Oh, I have a thing for Bats Doctor," she's like, "Oh, that's a Rorschach. It's an ink blot."
Yeah.
And I was like, "There's no one that's watching this movie that didn't see a bat."
No, because it's an ink blot shaped like a bat.
There's
It's a bat-shaped ink
every
blot.
Second,
single
you don't see a
person
bat?
watching this saw a bat.
Kurt just sees a socket wrench.
It's a cardinal.
It's toilet paper.
What did you see when you looked at it?
Boobs.
I figured.
Pair of large breasts.
I figured.
Pair of medium breasts.
This is your wife.
This is you
with
with
breasts.
breasts.
Hey, you know what? He did do the Bob Hauser approach. He'd been talking to her for 4 seconds, and so he goes, "I need to get you out of those clothes."
and
into
a black dress.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy the circus? And I'm like, a fancy circus where people get dressed up? That's odd. Imagine if we did that kind of stuff. And the first thing I thought of is you wear tuxedos and evening gowns to a tractor pull.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't?
That would be, or the demolition derby, or something like the fancy circus.
Dude,
I love
we
that.
should do that this summer at the Racine County Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
When
Dress
we-
in tuxedos.
all of us, let's have a BMR get together and we'll all wear
Talk about
tuxedos.
sweating in your
Fancy.
bat suit.
Yeah.
Good God.
yeah.
do that.
Hot in a three-piece suit.
I'm not doing
Right.
that.
A fancy circus, and the Flying Graysons are there to do their show. And
Flying Graysons and thongs. Mom, Dad, and Chris.
all right, so they were wearing what appeared to be one-piece banana hammocks. Okay,
Yep.
if that's
Camel
even possible.
toe and
Definitely showing off their dick. Grayson.
Now
Would
they will
that be Little Dickie Grayson?
right.
oh, that's a negative.
They will perform.
How to work this thing?
You're good.
Yeah.
This thing.
Red button.
Red button ads.
Bob, I love you.
There you go.
One more.
There you go.
it is.
Nice.
Hey.
The Flying Graysons are going to perform their awe-inspiring death drop
Richard, the youngest Grayson,
without.
the safety of a net.
That guy was like, "This is my one scene."
That was one scene guy. Yep.
One scene guy, yeah.
He
I love
reminded-
those guys.
The ringleader?
I kept thinking
Oh, yeah.
of
Trying to get that
Paul
job.
Bettany from Knight's Tale.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
That would have been a good part for Paul Bettany.
I
back
love
in
the
day.
ringleader.
It's good stuff.
He looked like
Well,
Ben
and there's a
Stiller
big
from-
trope going on right here, too. This is where the Riddler's watching TV,
Yeah.
and he's
Yes.
getting all
Yeah.
his info from
Yep.
the TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Trash can.
Oop, I'm in the wrong.
You're right.
The freaking weird ass clown that pops into the frame out of nowhere with the little tuft balls all over him. It was so weird because it was
just was like-
he was not there, and all of a sudden he's just like, "Oh,
Hey!
like what the hell kind of clowns?"
This was Nightmare Cirque du Soleil.
The Two-Face interrupts everything.
He has an outfit for every occasion. And
He
top
does.
hat.
That's what he was doing after the helicopter thing. Is he was sewing his circus
Yeah,
outfit.
see, when he dropped off of there, he dropped into the men's warehouse to pick that outfit up. That's
He went to Hot Topic and had a three-piece
exactly.
suit made.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
you make the first half at Burlington Coat Factory, and then you take the second half over to Hot
Hot
Topic.
Topic. Where's the third half go?
Oh, that's Three-Face. That's a different
Oh,
guy.
three-face.
You You don't want to screw around with Three-Face.
That's Tony Three-Face. We don't talk about him.
He's only got one nipple though from the
That's
acid.
right. He's got
You're right, Bob.
one normal half.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said you're right, Bob. I just pictured Two-Face with like a big walk-in closet just filled with different outfits
know,
for
like-
every occasion.
That's the other issue I had with this guy. I'm like, why?
You should
Just
see his
wear-
swimming trunks.
Doesn't Two-Face always just wear the same damn
Yes.
suit?
Yeah.
He wears
Yeah.
the same
Well, it's only his
thing.
face. So, like,
Right.
if he took off his clothes, he would just have
A normal
face.
body.
half a face.
Right.
The rest of his body, I'd imagine, would look normal,
You
right?
think his head would explode if he saw the rest of his body naked?
Might.
What? I'm
Is
normal?
it? See, we need Chase to meet Two-Face. She would be so hot for him.
Oh, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
She'd be all over him. She'd be like, is it purple all the way down?
Only,
It'd be more breath.
only when it's
Are you talking about my body?
only when it's fully erect.
All right.
Are you telling me Two-Face suffers from ED?
Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Two-Face interrupts everything. He's like, all right, I have this giant ball filled with that's right, 200 sticks of TNT. One of you, Gotham's elites, well-to-dos, one of you knows who Batman is. Hell, chances are one of you pasty faces is Batman. Because I love, George Wallace has a little
Wallace, yeah.
cameo here.
He's
What the
mayor.
hell do you want, Harvey?
Yeah. The only black guy in the whole circus. It's great.
He's the mayor.
He's the
It's
mayor,
great.
man.
He's awesome.
Mayor.
He's a
I
great
love-
stand-up comedian, too. I love George
Yeah.
Wallace.
Yeah.
Good stuff. He stands up. He gives him 2 minutes. He's going to blow everybody up. It starts to be pandemonium. Bruce Wayne stands dead ass next to Chase Meridian and yells, Harvey, I'm Batman.
Val Kilmer. Just really trying here.
Yeah. He's trying. It's not his fault.
No.
No.
He's trying.
No.
But they're having him scream, I'm Batman. Yo, your girl is right here. I don't care how loud it is in there.
She doesn't look at him and go, what did you just
What is
say?
it? I'm fat, man.
Did you?
Well, maybe he took her hearing aid.
Blank man. I'm blank man.
And Gossip Gertie. Gossip Gertie's
Blank
sitting
Man,
on the
that's
other
a
side of him,
different
too.
Well, that's right. Gossip
Wayne.
Gertie.
Gossip Gertie, the reporter, sitting on the other side of him.
You know Gossip Gertie is hearing
If
that.
she
Oh, yeah.
hears that,
Oh, for sure.
that was it.
For sure.
Right there. He should have been outed.
The Graysons all get shot down because they're trying to save the day. Because he's like, come on, guys, we can save the Daddy Grayson.
What, and like what they're even trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
Because like it just goes up to the top
They're just trying
Yeah.
to throw it out.
and Chris
Little
O'Donnell
river.
gets it
Yeah,
anyway.
little Dickie gets it up and over the roof and out into the water.
So he does save the day. Dick Grayson does. But they all get shot up. And because they removed the net for the death drop, literally this was a death drop.
Yeah.
And they all get killed.
I will say,
Face.
though,
Basically killed 3 birds with 1 bomb.
There we go. Add one.
Smoke
Sorry.
if you got him.
I do like the way the scene is shot, though.
Oh, it's shot fine.
As they're falling,
Yeah.
I can almost feel the fall
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
And the fact that they don't show him hit the ground and you just kind of see everyone's
Yeah,
reaction.
they're
Action.
splattered
I liked
by the
it.
time
I
it
really
pushed
liked
up.
it.
The push-ins on
Yeah.
like Nicole Kidman and stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
All the while, Bruce is just kicking goons' asses and no one notices.
No,
That's
he's-
cool.
Yeah.
He is. He's like going across a zip line,
Yeah.
beating another guy, beating another guy down. Then he just flies down onto the main floor of the circus.
And you think Two-Face sitting there going, that's weird.
Yeah, I just burst in.
Where have I seen that before? He kind of moves like Batman.
His mom and dad were shot. These are the
Let's do the math here.
let's do the math here. It's just like the when is Lois Lane going to figure out that these glasses.
Right.
Sure, you know.
She's booty blinded, though. That's her problem.
No, that's never mind.
Okay. Anyway, Dick Grayson now comes to stay at Wayne Manor because he hasn't got anywhere to go. And so we're supposed to
needs a
believe he's a
guardian.
teenager.
He's freaking like 28. Dude, go find a home.
He's like, I just figured if I told him I'd stay with you, it'd save me a whole buttload of problems with social services. That when he said that line, then you knew he was a minor. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, buddy.
But he's
6
written as
months to
that,
18.
though.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. He turns 18 tomorrow.
Yeah, right. All right, you
Social
can stay here
services.
the night, but you're out tomorrow. You're
Yeah.
18.
And he's being a real dick about
You got to
it.
pay me rent.
How old is Dick Grayson when he gets introduced in the comics?
He's the boy wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The man wonder.
I think
I know.
he's not preteen, but I think he's definitely
He's almost like teenager.
13, 14.
So we're a little Chris O'Donnell here is a little much.
Yeah, he's man. He's man.
I mean,
man
even if
wonder.
you go to
Man wonder.
66 Batman, there's no way that Burt Ward was like 16
No.
when he
No,
was
but
14 when he was doing that.
4 feet tall, so it it helped.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, they convinced Dick to stay with some fantastic manipulation.
Look at my motorcycles.
Look at my motorcycle
Look,
collection.
this one has a frayed starter cable. Can you fix
Oh, he comes out with a cheeseburger with onion rings on it. Oh, perhaps the dogs are hungry, right?
Yeah.
And I just, all right, wait a second here. I guess I'll stick around.
it? Hold on, kind of hungry. Didn't get my
Now-
after show popcorn.
Are we
After
getting
that-
to the part you love?
After that, we cut to Val Kilmer in his office, and it's time to kill the Waynes again. It's time to kill
James's favorite pastime.
Martha and Thomas Wayne.
Today on Kill the Waynes.
It's like a game show.
Let's just kill him again
Spin the wheel.
because nobody
Wayne never
knows
gonna
why
kill.
he's
How do the
Batman.
Waynes die? Do they get shot? A. B.
Spin today's wheel to determine how the Waynes die.
We already know, and they devote like 3 different scenes to him about this red book and the funeral and the priest's words brought no comfort and all that stuff. And it's like nothing new is revealed.
No.
Nothing new.
No.
It's all the same.
It's just there to get Chase
Again?
Meridian hotter.
Yeah. Tell me more
She's
about
like, oh,
this.
tell me about the pearls
Tell me more
falling
about
to
this
the
red
ground.
book.
Tell me about the
Were there 2 roses?
She was like McDonald's with the money from Batman there.
I would have bought that cup for $1.
And then another random meaningless scene. It cuts from this to Batman having a random car chase with Two-Face and his
Oh
thugs.
my God. We'll drive like you.
Right. And he fires an RPG, misses. It ends with him driving up a wall.
There's such a long.
But he's dressed
Yeah,
like an
too.
old lady with a baby carriage.
That's cool.
That's not believable.
He's got an outfit for everything.
He does.
I'm just saying that scene went nowhere. He drives up a wall, there's an explosion, and then it just cuts to the next thing, and that whole scene goes nowhere.
I mean, it cuts into it, so you don't know the beginning of it.
You don't know why he's even there.
You don't know why he's there. The bat signal just comes out again, and that's like, all right. Because then there's like what? There's like a what's the scene before that? It's like a bunch of stuff with.
It's him doing the flashback with his
Take care
parents
of the
getting shot.
take care of the kid. And then Alfred's like, no, you said I killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was muttering to himself, and he said, I
oh
killed
yeah,
him. After he had his flashback, and then he saw the bat signal in the air, and he goes, take care of the kid.
Random car chase.
And
I'm
then-
saying there's a whole scene in between there too before they even get to that. I don't
No, it's
remember.
straight,
what
No, it goes straight to the
goes
car chase.
straight to the car.
Does it?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Out of nowhere. And then he drives up a wall, and then they cut, they cut to the Riddler.
Yeah.
Figuring out what his name is going to be.
Yeah,
And that's
the
it.
puzzler, the
Captain Kill.
gamester. Captain Kill.
Mark, man.
Question mark.
I'm
Question
thinking
mark,
this
man?
was one of those two. They just told Jim Carrey, just go nuts here.
Right.
Right. Come up with a bunch of crazy.
What the hell computer program is this? That's the other thing.
DH9K.
That's right. The early
It's-
ones.
Yeah. DH8K.
We cut to Two-Face's lair
Oh, yes.
with Sugar and Spice.
And everything. Nice.
We got Drew
was lots of
Barrymore
nice-
Yeah.
in there. Mm-hmm. And he's talking about how the bat's stubborn refusal to die is driving us insane. And the half of the room is split good, half of it's evil. And she's like, I made you a creamy, dreamy cheese souffle. And then she's like, how about some raw donkey meat? It's like, dang, dude. Right?
And you look over and this whatever it is, ham, donkey, whatever, it is
Right.
blacker than black.
It is.
Like,
It's like
Yeah,
you
that got
might want to
charred.
pull that off.
I don't think it's raw.
Nothing raw about that donkey.
It was
That donkey dead.
it was raw 6 months ago.
Damn, this
What's
about
up?
to turn up the heat.
Sugar or spice?
Sugar or spice?
yeah.
Oh, God. I've had too much spice in my life, so I'm going to go with sugar.
All right, fair enough. What's hilarious about this scene as they're walking up and he's, playing around with his 2 girlfriends is you can see Jim Carrey waiting to make his entrance.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the back, have you noticed
He's
this?
just looking.
And it's just his head
Just
and
need
he's
the
just
right
like
time.
sitting there waiting
For the cue.
waiting, and then he finally just walks forward into the middle and does the thing with the
Yeah,
cane
does his little twirl.
and jams it down.
I guess the question is, was he waiting for the cue or was that intentional?
I don't know. It's way back there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easily missed. and
Now
Two-Face.
everyone's gonna be looking for
See,
it.
if Christopher Nolan was shooting it, it'd be so dark you wouldn't see Jim Carrey back
That's
there.
oh,
True.
shots fired.
That's true.
Everybody got that?
Now,
Oh, segregated one.
that's right. Two-Face runs over because he's like, "Who the hell is this?" Slams him against the wall. And Jim Carrey's got some great lines in this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's never going to heal if you don't stop picking.
I love that line. I say it all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
If my kid gets hurt, scrapes her knee, it's always like, I'll catch her pick. I'm like, if you keep picking at that, it's never going to
Gonna
heal.
heal. That's right. Kill the bat. Now we're talking, right? But then what? Then what? What hands? Post homicidal depression. I can help you get Batman. Right?
And Tommy Lee's got some good reactions to this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't think about that.
You help me steal production capital so I can put a box on every TV set in Gotham. And in return is everybody paying attention. I will help you solve the greatest riddle of all, the mother of all riddles. Who is Batman? And this is the moment. This is one of
love
the
this.
very few moments where he actually is playing Two-Face properly.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You broke into our home. You have violated the sanctity of our lair. For that, we should crush your bones into powder. But you pose a very interesting proposition, so we flip for it. Heads say we go ahead. Tails, I blow your damn head off.
Yeah. That was the best.
That's
acting
it.
in the whole-
Just do that for the
was
whole
it.
movie.
The whole time.
That's all you had to do.
Right.
The most accurate right there. I was like,
Yes.
oh,
Well,
found
and
it.
Jim Carrey shines at this point.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
This is where he starts doing the whole, he's talking about the box and what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And then he's doing the whole, dark and gothic and heavy metal meets house and garden, and he's got the whole line of that, and then he's
It's so you.
and yet so you. Yeah. So it's just like Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey, but
Yeah.
it's so great
Yes.
as the Riddler as well. So
Here's the
it's a
thing,
lot
though.
of fun.
I hate the red hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hate
It looks terrible.
Was that necessary? Why couldn't he have just had his every other Riddler I've
regular.
ever seen just had brown hair?
Right.
Yeah.
What's with the weird red hair? And then sometimes he has his regular hair. And then
Yeah,
sometimes
right,
he's back,
brown.
to
Back
being
when
red.
back when he's Nigma.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now he's become this. Evidently, within days, he founds this entire tech company that
Right.
manufactures all these boxes. But we're not going to get into the timeline.
No. But still, I don't
yeah.
get does he put a wig on when he's the
who
Riddler?
knows? In the media, because now as he's Edward Nigma, he's got black hair.
Yeah.
So is he spray painting his head every night? I want
It's
these.
bright neon pink.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hated that. I mean, his onesie was fine,
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah,
right? I mean, it's a cool costume.
Yeah.
I thought. But yeah.
I felt like it was very ominous. Is that the right word?
Yes.
Frank Gorshin from the '66.
Meanwhile, we get a cut to Robin versus some laundry.
dude. Talk about a scene that is going to derail a movie that doesn't need any more derailing.
You didn't like it? Dude, he beat the stains out them clothes.
Oh yeah, when I was 7.
Okay?
Yeah, it was
He had
awesome.
the wet socks. He was like,
Not gonna lie, me and my cousin reenacted this scene in our grandma's basement.
yeah.
Like
there
we
you
were
go.
flipping dry socks, trying to get them on a sink.
Yeah.
We tried to catch a T-shirt with a broom.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
never succeeded.
Because you don't know.
I don't know aerobics,
Yeah, you're not a,
acrobatics.
you're not a Grayson.
I'm not a
Must
Grayson.
be nice. I
Yeah.
tried it, and you ever get whipped with a wet towel? Did that right to the bottom side of my Jimmy. I was down and out. I fell harder than Bob rolling his ankle.
Man, what does it for me is the hard rock score that
Yeah.
picks up.
Yeah.
I was like,
And Alfred's just like-
Alfred's just like, leave those, Master Dick. And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm not used to being waited on now.
Yeah, and he does it. He gives him the finger gun.
Yeah.
Finger guns him, and Alfred's like, oh, snap. I'm sexually aroused.
Please stop saying Master Dick.
Meanwhile, this is another thing that's annoying to me about this movie. There's this montage of them, Two-Face and Riddler, just robbing joints left and right.
Yeah.
Just
Building up capital.
all this stuff. And where is the Batman? He's at home washing his tights.
Yep.
Where the hell isn't Batman? It literally cuts to Bruce Wayne watching this on the news going, well, that sucks.
Someone should do something about that.
Somebody should do something, I think. Right? He sees a news report.
Yeah.
Better get on the phone with Commissioner Gordon, ask him what the hell's going on.
You're Batman. What the heck? Go Batman. Okay.
Go Batman somewhere.
Go
right.
Batmaning.
Seriously.
You're not Batmaning
Go
very
do
well
Batman
right now.
things.
Then cuts back. Now he's doing the thing. Like, show me how to punch a guy, right? That
Yeah,
whole thing.
Yeah.
sure.
Reach back and assert yourself.
That's right. Ow!
Oh, this looks like so much fun.
Yeah, but there's so many different times, and Batman's doing nothing.
Nope, he's just chilling.
Nigma Tech growing in popularity. There's hardly a house in Gotham that doesn't have the Nigma Tech box.
Exactly.
For Batman, it was Tuesday.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's a good callback.
Some
too.
critics have said that the box turns people into zombies, but Edward Nigma just grins and says that's what they said when TV was invented.
There you go.
The box was the first stage of TikTok.
Hey, there you
There you
go.
go.
Meanwhile, back at the mansion, Robin breaks into the Batcave.
There's a lot of meanwhiles going on.
Yeah, well,
it's a
that's
lot
what
of
happened.
flipping.
I was waiting for the damn bat thing from 1960.
Because well, that's
They might as well have done it.
That's what that feel was.
They might
It
as
is
well
what that
because
feel was,
nothing, no scene really led into the next scene ever. It was always just like, meanwhile, this is happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
And then, right, Robin breaks into the Batcave from 4 stories.
Why does he yell now at himself?
that was
Thank you.
Yeah, that was the slowest closing door ever.
Maybe don't announce your presence.
Yeah.
He's
Alfred didn't even hear him.
No, he didn't. He's
I
an
like how he calls out
old ass
for him.
Alfred.
Yeah.
Didn't hear anything.
he's doing gymnastics like he's Jeff Goldblum's daughter from Lost World.
That's a way better movie.
Can I ask a question here?
Oh, please.
So I love that anytime there's an intruder in the Batcave,
Yeah.
the Batcave says, here's all Batman's stuff. Check it out.
Yeah.
The computer turns on, the Batmobile shows up, it does a little spinny thing.
That's motion activated.
like
we
intruder
gotta turn
alert.
everything
But I
on.
was gonna
Intruder
say,
alert.
everything activates, but yet the alarm's like intruder alert.
Yeah, maybe
intruder,
don't-
alert. Intruder alert.
Maybe don't put the Batmobile up on a platter
yeah,
if there's
maybe
a freaking
everything
intruder.
get armored and shut down. That would probably
right.
be a better.
Or just the power just doesn't go on.
Or just act
Right.
like it's a regular cave in here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Weird.
send out its own bat signal to
Yeah,
let
it just turns
Bruce
everything
Wayne
on
know
like-
someone's in the cave. Maybe don't lift the car up and say, "Here, drive me."
A shot of Alfred as all the stuff is coming down behind him going, this isn't the Batcave. Like you have no hope of faking it.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to
Please
see
turn
here.
around.
If that were the line, that would have been awesome.
It's like here's the Batman hot topic over here.
Yeah.
Go and pick your suit.
Like bat pajamas on a.
He's just got like the dry cleaner
Yes.
thing that goes up and around. And he just hits a little button.
He's just got imported Asians doing his dry cleaning.
Exactly it.
Go down there. 10 minutes.
Batman, I hear 4 hour.
You go home
my
now.
God.
You go home now.
Oh no.
All right.
Alfred the butler with 2 T's.
That's my favorite part of that whole movie.
Which one that was in that movie?
Bruce still not bothering to try and stop Riddler and Two-Face.
This is Bruce.
Comes over to Chase's house and starts to tell her about his messed up Bruce Wayne garbage. And she's like, I want to be close, but you won't let me near. And she's getting more and more turned on by him the more and more he shares, right? Mm-hmm. And
Bullets. Flowers dropping in the alley. Pearls.
Alfred calls him on his watch.
On his watch phone.
His
Like he's
Apple phone.
Like it's the Jetsons. Okay. Or
George
Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
Dick Tracy doesn't even have a screen though.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Master Grayson has gone traveling, sir. He ran away. Actually, he took the car. He boosted the Jag.
Boosted the Jag.
Not that car, the other car.
Bentley.
No, the other car. I actually love that take
love
from
that.
Alfred.
Yes.
He's giving that face the
Other car, because he knows Chase is there, and cuts to him like hard riding the clutch on
Yeah.
this.
Yes.
Right, the clutch of wings that were once one now came two. Right. Bouncing around like this.
The wings are flying.
The wings are clapping like a
It never looked more like a plastic piece of junk than when Robin is driving it.
It was definitely, yeah.
It's ridiculous. You got this girl in the alley, and she's getting hassled by the Light Bright gang.
Dude,
He's like,
That was the
there's
extreme thing to do in the 90s, man. Everything was glow light.
neon Big Daddy Mars out there like,
Beyond Big Daddy Mark. That is forever.
Honestly, I know I said this when we did the other Batman movie. Who would live here?
nobody.
This girl is walking down the street just getting hit. And I'm like,
No,
why
but
the
the
hell
other
is
side.
she walking down the
If you
street
look across
there?
the street, it's like a nice neighborhood. Right
Why?
halfway across the street, it turns into neon hell.
Stop walking down Crime Alley. It's called Crime Alley for a reason.
Oh, but it's the shortest walk to Starbucks.
I need myself a frappe.
Honestly,
They got good barbecue on the bed at that side of the road. Big Daddy Neon Mars.
right in
over there.
between the light bright headquarters.
It's called Neon Bars.
You know what's funny
okay.
about this whole thing?
Please.
In both movies, Returns and Forever, they both have clown henchmen.
I know.
Right.
Like, clown henchmen are associated with Joker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you would think. But it's like, no, we had the clown
Circus
crew,
guys.
the circus clowns from the second movie, and then you have the neon gay clowns from this movie.
Yeah.
And the Joker doesn't even have clown henchmen in Batman.
No,
89.
he has.
No, he's
got boombox fighters and top hats.
he's got mafiosos in purple jackets.
Exactly. Yeah, he's
Hey,
got Bob.
boss, you want we should disassemble the place? Eh? He's got those guys.
Yeah, yep. Bob the Goon.
Oh, gosh. Gonna need a moment alone, boys.
Can we talk about that movie?
We already did.
Just go back to it. Okay.
All right.
Batman, Robin is better than this.
Robin beats up this whole gang, which is really embarrassing for them, honestly. Because he gets out like, that's not the bat, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, what? So I forgot my suit, all right?
I forgot my suit, all right?
Got my suit, all
Yeah,
right?
that's how Batman
Yeah,
talks.
that's more like it. Yeah.
And he kicks like 6 dudes, including the leader. He beats up the leader. And it's not until 40 more guys show up.
When they get their lightsabers out.
Doesn't Batman kiss the girl?
I can bring you to a kiss from... All right, sorry.
I never had a non-circus
Not
freak
again.
before.
You don't have a glow stick.
Call me later for a prenup.
Yeah. All right. He goes back, and of course, Bruce Wayne's there to scold him and ream him out because Bruce shows up to save him.
Yeah.
Oh, they all scattered.
Because the real Batman
Because he
shows
started
up,
getting
right.
cornered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was a cool entrance. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The one leg up, you just look. Sorry, you just
yeah.
look.
Yeah, the
Coasting
floating, yeah.
down, cape fully
It would have
extended.
been great
yeah.
if they could have made the cape more rigid, but it's just like flopping around. Like, sure, that's holding him up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see the wires just holding all these cape ends up.
Just wiggle your cape while you pull it down.
Needed a couple more wires on it.
Hey, he landed better than Robert Pattinson did. I'll tell him that much.
True. He didn't bounce off a van.
Didn't hit a subway train and into a freaking bus and into a van. I got up. I'm fine.
He says, all I can think about is killing Two-Face. So he's pouring his guts out to Bruce now. And this is actually a line from Val Kilmer I really liked. He says, okay, so you make the kill, but your pain doesn't die with Harvey. It grows. So you run out into the night to find another face and another. And you wake up one morning to find out that vengeance has become your whole life and you won't know why. From a Batman standpoint, I thought it was a fantastic line.
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of
Oh,
the
yeah.
best moments in that movie.
And Val, sadly, wasn't given much to work with, but that was one of the moments where he could sink his teeth into, and I thought he did a really good
Absolutely.
job.
Good job.
Yeah.
With that. Now we get to go see the Edward Nigma Gala, the unveiling of his new holographic
New and
fantasy
improved.
box. And he's there with Drew Barrymore.
At the Ritz Gotham.
the Ritz Gotham.
Yeah.
Rest-
Are you yesterday's news, Bruce?
Oh, did you know that's Bob
Gossip
Kane's wife?
Gertie.
Is that really?
That's Bob Kane's wife. Did you know that?
Gossip
Kurt?
Gertie is...
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it's Bob Kane's wife.
Really?
Oh,
As Gossip Gertie.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Oh.
Nick,
Good for
Edward,
her.
you're the most eligible bachelor in town. Oh, look, it's Bruce Wayne.
Hey, Brucey.
The people were just wondering, Bruce, what it's like to be outclassed, outcoiffed, and generally outdone in every way.
Yeah, you're copying my suit.
Right.
And my hair.
And Bruce just smiles through all of this because he's a class act and goes, hello, Edward. Congratulations. Nice suit. Wit. Good.
Yes.
How's my mole?
That was my mole. That's right.
Fine.
Fine.
I like that they even have the same pair of glasses.
Yes, and he would watch him, and whenever
Well,
he would
that-
take them off or put them on.
That was another little subtle thing,
Yes.
how you saw him doing the mirroring.
Yes.
Which kind of gives you a hint at that damaged psyche of his own.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
This is when they unveil the thing, where they show the picture of the guy on a beach. All of a sudden he's getting the laser shot into his brain.
That was Commissioner.
Can I ask a question? What was with the dumb haircut?
Yeah, that was weird.
like a spider died on his head.
That's why he's always wearing the bowling hat.
Was it Commissioner?
Well, then
Yeah.
they cut to the second
Yeah,
lady whose
Commissioner
fantasy was to get choked to death by diamonds or something.
Apparently.
Okay.
That's all she wanted was diamonds.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know who that was, right?
Who's that? The girl?
Yeah.
No.
It was Arlene Sorkin.
Was it really? That was Harley Quinn.
Yep.
Wow. I did not know that.
The voice of Harley Quinn.
Interesting.
The Batman the Animated Series.
I'm glad you told. I would never have known that.
This movie just went up 5 points in my book
Nice.
just from that.
Yes, I'm starting to win Bob over.
And so,
You got a long way to go.
so Bruce Wayne goes, fully interactive holograms. Only a laser beamed straight into the brain can produce such images.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish you thought of it.
That's what my mom said.
Yeah.
It's so childish.
It's so great.
It's so child. It's like on the playgrounds. Yeah.
Right.
And you wish you thought of it.
yeah.
Your mama. Exactly. But then he goes to dance with Chase, Riddler does. And what a grand pursuit you must be, right?
Right. And she's
Meanwhile-
not
Great line.
resisting. She's not resisting
She's
at
not
all.
resisting. No.
She's like, oh, go dance with him too.
And you would think she would be so hot for him.
If she knew.
Yeah.
Oh, if she knew, she would have dry humped his leg.
Yeah.
Those question marks would have turned to exclamation points.
That question mark will hit every spot. You can't get out of this, James. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Joel Schumacher made this movie.
It's his fault.
the giant sex joke.
It's his fault. But here I thought Batman did it was a very un-Batman-like move to just be like, how does this thing turn off? Oh, thanks. Like, yeah, moron, I just have another one. Boink,
Yeah.
here it goes. And just turns the machine on and makes him take one of these holographic fantasies. It was really just an excuse to read Bruce Wayne's mind.
Right.
Right. But like, you should have, like, Batman's smarter than that, I feel like.
Yes.
But they had to have some way for them to do it, so I guess it's as fine as any other way.
Wow.
You're good.
He wanted to shut it off so he can inspect it.
Right. But he should have known that they were going to,
Right.
like, just don't even go in there.
I'll give him half
double
his
cross him.
fault, half.
Right.
Right. So Two-Face shows up and ruins everything. He's literally mid
he's pissed 'cause-
hallucination.
Yeah, and he's pissed because Riddler isn't keeping up his end of the
Right.
deal.
We're tired of you waiting for you to deliver the bat, right? Yes, but we could have planned this, pre-sold
Yes.
the movie rights.
Patience. Patience, I don't even know what he says. Patience is how we want him dead.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Batman, he goes and changes and crashes through the ceiling. He's like, your entrance was good. His was better. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Emergency, Alfred.
That's right.
Yeah.
Robin goes and changes too.
Yep.
And
Into his leotard.
Well, I love like Alfred's just got to stand there and be like, "All right, open the car for you, open the car for you."
Oh,
We
he
got to
gets
go to
paid
the trunk
ridiculous
to
amounts of
get
money.
Robin's suit.
Yes. He's running around. Batman's running around beating up henchmen, and Chase Meridian, so horny, she doesn't care that he's in the middle of a fight. She's like, "My place, midnight." Makes out with him.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, I want to be like, I'm busy right now.
Can you see I'm trying to kick ass right now?
But also, okay.
Okay.
What time?
Should've
You want me to bring the
just elbowed the guy.
champagne?
I like how she's there on a date with Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
But then
Doesn't
she
give a
makes
crap.
out with Batman.
Right.
It's like, my place, midnight.
Yeah.
Don't tell Bruce.
And all the while, Bruce Wayne's like chuckling.
That's right.
You don't even know.
I'd be pissed. I'd be like, you were cheating on me.
The absolute greatest shot of the whole movie. And you're like, how did this shot make it into this
Yeah.
movie?
When he goes off the roof.
When he goes off the roof and it does, the music picks up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Camera work and everything. And I'm just like, that is the best scene.
It's a great shot. It's one of the coolest shots in the movie, and it belongs in like a different movie.
Right.
Right.
Like, dan,
Yeah.
dan, dan, dan. Like,
Because Two-Face is now escaping into a hole at ground level.
Yeah.
He's up on the roof and he just goes for it.
Yeah.
And it's straight out of a comic book. It's beautiful.
Oh, when he goes down into
Yes.
the tube.
And then he, but then he just
chamber.
falls into a hole
But
with
then
a tube.
there's a tube.
And like, we foiled you with a tube.
You're worse. You should be used to going down a tube.
Yeah, honestly. You do it every time they call the bat signal. You should have been like, this is perfect.
This tube shouldn't have been it's a
Yeah.
Exactly.
They literally like fire breath him.
Yeah.
You know,
they turn the
flamethrowers,
gas
gas,
on,
all that
right? The
stuff.
purple gas.
Shows him
Yeah, 'cause
activating
not gonna lie, that
the
was
a
heat
cool
shield.
scene.
It was a cool scene, but he's got he's got flame retardant cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he
His
comes
cape's
out of the
retarded.
fire and he's got
That cape's almost as retardant as the movie is.
Yeah.
but he has a cool. The look on his face when he's out of the fire is really cool.
Yeah. Oh, he comes out and he's like, "Why won't you just die?"
The look on Val Kilmer's face and his eyes, they're like, "Yep."
It is, and he's like sweating bullets.
Yeah. You just
He's
see his face.
He's
You can
like,
tell.
Yeah.
I feel at this point he's pissed.
Yeah.
And the improvised trap was more deadly than what they were planning because they just start shooting at him, and this like sand collapses out of somewhere
Yeah.
and starts to bury him.
Right.
And they leave, and it's if Robin hadn't come down, saved his life. Even though Batman's all pissed off about it, like, you asshole.
What the hell did you think you
What the hell are you
were doing?
doing?
Oh yeah, it cuts to the next scene of them
Yeah.
in the Batcave.
In the
Yeah.
Batcave, and he's reaming him for saving his life. Ridiculous. You wouldn't have been able to make your midnight booty call if he hadn't pulled you up out of the
Right.
sand. By the way, go take a shower because it's already 10:30.
I was just gonna say all this happened about 10 to 8.
Because he still makes his appointment, even though she's like asleep. You said, "Coach, show up at my place at midnight," but I'm gonna be asleep.
Dude,
Yeah.
you never miss a booty call.
But she's sleeping naked.
You know
Right.
he's sleeping naked. You
Well,
can
well,
Sleep naked.
all
you
he
could
does
see the
is-
crease.
She's naked.
and naked.
All he does is walk by the freaking window, and she like smells the rubber and wakes up like, "Hello, it's bone o'clock."
like
Okay.
it wafts in.
It, like,
Did you
wafts
see the
in.
wafting of the curtains.
Just
in
all
his
of it.
cape?
Ridiculous,
It's just
dude.
there.
She just wants to see his bat pole.
Well, dude, it is.
Show me your crab leg hook.
Show me your.
What button do I press?
She literally
Can I
comes.
sniff your cowl?
Oh, yeah.
I like to.
Or do I
Just cuts
need?
the Batman sitting there reading a paper.
reading a
She's
paper.
just entertaining herself.
She's hanging from the grappling hook.
He's watching
Chopping himself up
TV.
and down.
Tell me about your trauma. Tell me about your trauma.
Tell me about your trauma. I walked down an alley.
Yes. There was a
Were there
red book.
roses? Please tell me there were roses.
There were roses.
All right.
You can't help it.
No, it's ridiculous.
It is.
The whole point of this character is just to be sexy and get hot for him whenever he talks about anything psychological at all. It's ridiculous. It's not Nicole Kidman's fault. She doesn't even do a bad acting job.
No.
It's just a ridiculous
It's just
part.
the way it's written.
Warning: this episode is not intended for all members of the family.
No.
Listening discretion is strongly advised.
This is why this was the perfect episode to advertise the uncut version on Patreon.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what's going to hit the floor, but some of it will be hitting the floor. We'll find out. All right. So she starts kissing him and was like, actually, wait, hold on.
Pump the brakes.
I think I actually want the other guy now. He's like, so this is the second time you called me out here.
I don't have fat blue balls. Thanks.
Bat balls.
3 strikes and you're out, lady.
He's like, cool.
It's like, cool.
Yeah, I got things I got to do. I got to do
Yeah,
some Batman
right.
I
stuff.
gotta get back to the Batcave.
Actually, this works out perfect because I've now can do some stuff that I was
I
playing.
gotta go kick Robin's ass. He's
I'm going to shut it down.
I was gonna say now I can finally retire like I wanted to.
Goes over to, it cuts over to the bad guy's
But when he
headquarters.
turned around, he had that big ass smile on his
that's
face
right.
too.
That's right. The bad guys. This is when they realize
His codpiece got real tight.
they watch the video from his brain scan and
Oh, yeah.
riddle me this: what kind of man has bats on the brain? And that's where they put together that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Wayne is so booty blinded that he quits being Batman.
I'm done. Done being
Once
Batman.
again,
He's got his Batman remote control.
It's just-
it's just shutting everything off.
cut to
Yeah.
from this day out. Batman is no more.
Like, really, Batman has been no more since that car chase because you haven't done a dang thing since then to try and stop or capture Two-Face.
Yeah, there hasn't
or
been much
Riddler.
of Batmaning going on since.
The only
then.
thing he did was at the gala because he was already there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So after that meaningless car chase, he's done nothing.
Nope.
Absolutely nothing.
So go ahead and quit. You're
you-
useless.
you quit. You already quit.
You
You're
quit a month
retired.
ago.
You're already drawing on your 401k.
All you're thinking about is Chase Meridian's chops.
Yeah. I retire a nipple suit for that.
I'm
sorry.
thinking more about chops.
Stupid.
Pork chops.
All right, it's Halloween. We're almost there, guys. It's Halloween. They're chilling at Wayne Manor. Now he's going to tell her everything.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Bwah,
About this?
bwah, bwah. Yeah.
So Halloween, right?
I've been really trying, baby. Sorry.
I know, it's fine. I enjoy that. So out here, obviously Halloween falls around wintertime.
Yeah.
So, like, aren't they further up north?
Yeah, Gotham's supposed to be New York.
Wouldn't they be covered in snow at this point?
No,
Yeah,
New
or-
York's a more temperate climate than
it?
here.
Oh, is it?
I just
'Cause
figured
it's on the
being
water.
so close
Yeah.
to Canada.
Yeah, no, it's more temperate than here.
Interesting. I didn't know. I would have thought the same thing, too. So don't feel,
My question to you is this: what does that mean? Tempered.
Temperate means it just stays a
water
little
doesn't
warmer,
allow it to
and
snow
the
there.
ocean water keeps it
Yeah.
a little warmer. I mean, you obviously get snow in New York City, but it doesn't get as cold as here.
As quickly,
Interesting.
as sooner
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They have snow later on in the year instead of sooner.
Yep.
So he has chased Meridian over to Wayne Manor, and they're chilling. They're vibing. They got the fire going. They got some wine. He even put out a couple roses in a vase.
This was his big mistake.
He's like, I want to tell you something I've never told anyone. Except for 200 people at a freaking circus.
I told you this once before. You weren't listening.
What do you mean I've never told anyone? You just told everyone.
Yes.
It's you're lucky they didn't hear you. You screamed it at an open circus.
Yeah, she technically knows twice.
Right. She should have been paying attention the first time around.
Sorry.
She doesn't listen.
No.
All right, got that
You
off
know,
my chest.
you know.
I want to tell you something I never told anyone. And then she accidentally knocks over the roses, and he goes, flashback, like involuntary flashback.
Yeah, like this is
Right.
trigger moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
The red journal.
She starts to kiss him. A kiss from a rose, you could say.
Ugh.
Yeah. Say that.
No.
Ring it,
Do
rock
it.
it.
Yes.
That song wasn't even written for this movie.
But it's awesome.
She dropped the roses and they kissed. Anyway, the kiss gives away. You see, there's a momentary moment of
she
realization.
realizes.
Yeah.
She realizes.
Yeah.
And right then, before they can say anything to each other, Two-Face and the Riddler have bust into the manor at this point. With it.
Quick or tweet.
That's right. Poor Alfred.
Talk about obvious stuntmen.
Yeah.
I was more upset about Alfred getting hit over the head than anybody else in this whole
Than
movie.
anything, yes,
me too.
of this entire movie. The fact that they hit Alfred and
I
knock
was
him
just
out.
like,
I'm like,
I'm
you hit
mad.
Alfred.
you bastard.
How dare
It's
you?
true though.
Really?
It's true because think
Yeah.
of any time that Alfred ever gets hit in any of the Batman franchises.
You're like, that's my precious boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Alfred, you're my boy.
Alfred.
It's true though.
Yes.
Man,
I know.
anything that happens to Alfred, like I take personally.
They bust in. Riddler's got a magic stick that unlocks everything. That's,
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interrupts
It's called the plot.
Batman's flashback.
It's called the plot stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would I be? Oh, this stick just knows where the Batcave is. Boop. Oh, this stick just can turn
just opens
everything
the door.
on. It
Perfect.
opens the door. It turns on the Bat computer. I'm like, cool. Let's just get this thing moving.
We got it.
I don't even care. Harvey's guys are chasing Bruce are like going
Yeah,
little
he's
circles
chasing him around the house.
around the house.
They're
around the
literally
couch.
having a Tom and Jerry chase here.
Yeah,
where
that's a great way to put
Bruce
it.
is like Bruce steps onto a couch and the couch then flips three guys up.
Right.
And then they're running like he's traipsing across the dinner table.
Right.
Like it's just back and forth.
up around the stairs,
Up
like when you
around
used
the
to chase
stairs.
your brother or sister around the
Yep.
couch.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Except at the end, you just tackle them and beat the crap out of them. At least that's what I did. I don't know. Anybody else have that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, same experience. Yeah.
Okay.
My couch was up against a wall.
Yeah, they get registered. All right.
No, I registered.
Okay.
Still have brain damage from it, though.
All right. Harvey. This is when Harvey's just flipping his coin till he gets the
Dude.
result he wants.
God,
Yeah.
I hate it.
I know. It pissed me off.
Dude.
Yeah, he's just sitting
Just
in the dining
trying.
room.
Just try
Like, you can't kill him.
Like, you,
Right.
It's one and done. Stop.
Well, yeah, because Riddler says no killing anyone.
Right,
That
right.
goes double for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he's downstairs, meanwhile, blowing up. He's these little green little bombs.
Bat
like
bombs,
bats.
yeah.
Bat
The little-
bombs that he's chucking
Yeah.
into like the armory and where his suit is and the computer and all this stuff.
Once again, another lovely Jim Carrey just being Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Bah, 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 like the baseball thing.
Yeah.
All of it. I mean,
Does it- yeah.
it's goofy, but
It's goofy. But one of the lines, probably the line I say the most from this movie is somebody tell the fat lady she's on in 5, like when something looks like it's about to be over.
Yeah.
And he throws the whole sack of them in the Batmobile. That was like, thank God that you improved that thing.
I don't
Blow it
know.
up so you can build a new car.
Put it out of its misery.
The sequel one wasn't any better.
Oh, bro, the Batman and Robin one was even worse.
Kaleidoscope.
yeah.
Oh,
the Batman
gosh.
and Robin Batmobile is the.
I had
worst
all of them
Batmobile.
action figures.
Oh yeah,
Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I know, but like the one looks so cool from the first two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was so happy
And-
to rebuy it for the Flash movie.
And the Tumbler looked cool. And even Pattinson's Batmobile was cool.
That's his Batmobile. Is actually my favorite.
It was awesome.
Just a,
very underused.
Yes, too underused.
They only use it for one scene in that movie.
That's a great scene though.
All right. They take Chase, and he's like, "Don't kill him. He won't learn nothing." Right?
If you kill him, you won't learn nothing.
Puts the last riddle out there, and off they go. And Alfred wakes him up, and he says, "Master Bruce, I'm afraid they've taken Chase. Master Grayson has run away, and the Batcave is destroyed." It made me think of Men in Tights when he just kept telling him bad things. that happened
That's exactly what it was, because it is.
So what's the good news, Alfred? You're not dead, right?
Yep.
Alfred's still alive.
Alfred's still alive.
Still alive.
So they go through the riddles, right? And they're trying to put together all the combinations of what could be happening. Meanwhile, it cuts back to bad guy headquarters for one line, basically. It's Chase in a golden chain on a couch, and Riddler comes down in this awesome pimpin' jacket that lights up.
That was lighting up,
Oh,
flashing.
thing
Yeah, that was awesome.
Sweet. It keeps me safe while jogging at night. Fantastic. Batman will come for me.
Coming for you.
Batman. Batman, you say? Coming for you.
Counting on it.
Yes.
Yes.
So good.
So good.
Back to them working on the riddles, and they put together that the letters or the numbers are letters in the alphabet that spell out Mr. E. Mystery. What's another word for mystery?
Mr.
Enigma. Mr. E. Enigma. Fred's suicide was obviously a computer-generated forgery. You're just thinking that now?
It's such a throwaway line.
Yeah.
It is.
Computer generated forgery.
It's funny because
the first thing that pops in your head, Bruce.
but the way it's staged and like he is just walking away.
He's just walking away.
Well, obviously.
Obviously.
I couldn't catch
Obviously
the line
missed
after I paused it and turned on the subtitles, and even it says inaudible audio.
Yeah.
So you had to crank it up and like, oh okay.
Yeah.
Batman's like, they go down into the frickin', they go back into the, all the bat suits have been destroyed, sir, except for this untested sonar modified, cool. He's like, all right, I'll have that.
Can't do it. Got to test it sometime.
I just don't have pants for it.
That's right. Robin shows up like, psych, I'm totally here, and I got a nipply suit just like yours.
Come on.
My car piece is bigger than yours.
He's like, well, cool, I've got an untested sonar modified suit, so it's kind of, twinsies, and Batman flies in the Batwing. He takes the Batboat, and off the two of them go.
Oh, the Batboat did launch out of a shaft hole.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Oh,
But also,
my God.
I did like the exchange where he's like, a man's got to go his own way. A friend taught me that. Not just a friend, a partner.
Yes. See, come on.
Hey, they
Bob
didn't-
said it earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Off they go straight into a game of Battleship.
B12.
B12.
My favorite vitamin.
My favorite
I might
vitamin, I might add.
They're setting off. It's like playing Battleship, except I also have like scuba guys that try to drown you
Yeah.
when you get shot.
Right.
Right? But
When you get shot down, right?
that's a crap
yeah.
detail to pull on
a lot.
Two-Face's crew.
There was a crappier movie that did this better. Street Fighter.
That's right. Hey. Game over. Yes.
Man.
It's fantastic. Imagine that guy being like putting the suit on, like, man, I gotta fight Batman underwater.
I was gonna say like
Dressed like a
you said,
banana.
they just gotta hang out in this minefield.
Yeah. They're
They're
just
like
hanging
playing
out
cards in the water.
Right.
I look ridiculous in this.
Just in case.
Uno.
Just in case they survive.
Don't let me have this on at my funeral, please. I don't want my mother to see me buried in this. They beat up or they get away from the scuba guys and whatever. They get to the island, And of course, you get the throwback to the Adam West.
Sure.
Holy rusted metal, Batman.
What?
Yeah.
The ground, it's all metal. It's all holes, you know. Holy. Oh,
holes.
Oh.
Holy.
Robin, wait.
Oh.
I got to ask another question here,
Please.
which I find great. Nobody notices the giant green cloud that flows from everybody's mind out to this island.
Yeah.
No.
So it's it's the Northern Lights.
There's so much pollution in Gotham City. I don't
No,
think
I
anybody
see.
would
Yeah.
notice.
No, that makes
Where's
sense.
it going?
It just highlights it.
Whereas even when the Riddler sign comes on to the bat symbol, I'm like, where are the lasers coming from, Gordon?
Who the hell is doing that?
Who's doing that?
Sure, I see. We can see the bat symbol up in
Right.
the sky
Oh.
through all the pollution.
Right.
Gary Oldman's Commissioner Gordon would have had every cop in that town.
Oh, on boats patrolling around it.
Right.
Watch out for the mines.
The freaking like tower raises up off the island, so they end up getting separated. Robin is on top, where he ends up fighting Two-Face and beating the crap out of him,
That's
Yep.
pretty cool.
and has a chance to kill him, but he's hearing Bruce in his head,
Here it is.
so he spares him. Noble, but stupid.
Yes.
And he pulls the other gun, and now they've captured Robin as well. Meanwhile, Batman has to go the long way. Like, don't you have freaking grappling hooks? You're going to climb step by step up this stupid tower?
He's got the new suit.
I see a door right there with a question mark on it. I'm going to go there. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
World's greatest detective, folks. Yeah.
Open the door. Oh, I'm in a giant. Oh, of course I am. I'm in a giant liquid shaft.
I'm in a giant shaft.
Oh, my God, Bob, you were right. This movie is a giant shaft.
It is a giant shaft.
Shut
Spiky.
your mouth.
All right.
It's a
A spiky shaft.
Batman finally gets up to the main floor where Riddler is on his throne.
Batman versus Spikes.
Yes.
Oh, the spikes. I
the
was just going to
spikes,
start skipping over
Let me put on my bat brake.
the bat
His
boots.
bat boots with his bat rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Forgot about that because it was so memorable. He gets up to the main floor. Riddler's there on his throne. They unveil that they got two cages basically hovering over a watery grave.
2 more shafts.
Yep. You've got Chase Meridian in one, Robin in the other one.
I was really hoping there was going to be sharks swimming down in there.
Oh, with
lasers.
with freaking laser beams.
Lasers attached.
beams.
Because, and this is a great moment where he says, "Because if knowledge is power, then a god am."
Another Oscar-nominated sound effect.
Was that over the top? I can never tell. He's basically saying, can Bruce Wayne and Batman coexist? We'll find out today, right?
Yes.
And he gives the profiles of the two contestants.
Yeah.
And basically he's like, one press of this button, and 5 seconds later, they are gull feed on the rocks below. Not enough time to save them both. Tick tock, tick tock. Who's it going to be? And he says, I have a riddle for you, right? As he's about to press the button. For me? Really? Right? Leans back in his
Teaser.
throne.
It's like,
Teaser.
okay.
Yeah.
Lay it on now.
I see without seeing. For me, darkness is as bright as daylight. Please, you're as blind as a bat. Exactly.
Why did he have to go into bat eye mode
It makes no sense.
and throw a batarang at a giant glow stick?
Yeah, it made
Shatters
no
the
sense.
glow stick, and Nigma starts having seizures.
What's the big theatrics around him hitting the belt,
Right.
to activate the sonar? When can't you just use your eyeballs to
Yeah,
throw a
it'd be like-
batarang at the giant cone of power
Yeah,
over his
I mean,
head?
it's
Light as a
right
bat.
there.
2 grappling hooks. Just shoot it and just pull the thing down, or
He just lands up before Riddler even says anything. He just starts throwing batarangs at it.
absolutely.
The whole sonar thing made no sense. It has this thing where it just shuts over his eyes.
Sell
Put his
toys.
night vision on. Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's
I've
its
never
only
noticed that.
reason.
Yeah.
I have
No,
never
just
noticed that
sonar
detail.
suited Batman toy.
I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Just to say, you're
I had
right.
all the
Yeah.
toys from this movie.
Just to sell the toy.
Just
Yeah.
to sell the toy.
100%.
Yep.
The sonar Batman.
Then,
Batman suit.
as his face is melting, Riddler goes "Bummer" and hits the button anyway, and both of them drop.
Yes.
Not before we get a ass shot of Dr. Meridian.
Which
Got to.
I thought
Have
there was
to.
2 separate tubes, and apparently it drops them into one tube.
Because
Yes.
the floor after they hits the thing.
'Cause it's
for some
just
reason,
one
the
shaft.
floor is fake, and the floor disappears, and I was just like,
Right.
this
Yes.
big hole behind him.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And he gave us a key piece of information a few minutes ago. He said one presses this button and 5 seconds later there'll be goal feed.
Yeah. 5 seconds.
I timed this fall.
It's
40 plus seconds.
Yeah.
In not slow motion. The
No.
beginning of the fall is slow motion, but then it goes regular speed and they fall for 40 seconds. You could fall off the Sears Tower. You're hitting the ground before 40 seconds is up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
These guys are Turns out there was plenty of time to save them
He had
both.
all the time in the world.
Tons of time to save them both. He hooks her onto a line.
Boom.
Keeps going past to
Keeps
get Robin.
going.
Gets him.
Grabs him.
Apparently, the Riddler was not good at math.
No.
I press both of these buttons, and 5 minutes later, plenty of time to save them both.
I did like the shot when he catches Robin and they got the side. The
Oh, it's great.
camera shot.
Yeah.
And everything was really
And that doesn't
Yeah, no, it looked
snap
great.
his back.
Yeah, like Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because like of all the falling scenes that I've ever seen, the one in Amazing Spider-Man 2
Yeah.
is the best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like freaking amazing.
Awesome.
The best.
when the web turns into a hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Good stuff.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying, yeah, it's a good one.
That's literally the best superhero falling scene.
He
of all
hauls.
time.
He hauls the two of them up onto the a railing, and Harvey is still there. He goes like, "No more theatrics, no more doors 1 and 2,
How did
or no more
Harvey-
curtains 1 and 2, just straight curtains."
How did he get down there?
Who knows?
He shimmied along. He shimmied
At this
along.
point in the movie.
Thing. He took a rope. And he,
2 ropes.
Two ropes.
He's got to decide which one.
And he
Yeah,
spidered
2 ropes.
down like Donkey Kong Jr. between the 2 ropes.
I'm just like,
And
You didn't see his rope suit hanging in his closet.
oh yeah, I forgot he had ropes on the.
Yeah.
he goes, "Aren't you forgetting something, Harvey? You're always of 2 minds about everything, right?" And convinces him to flip the coin because Val Kilmer obviously watched Batman the Animated Series and threw a handful of coins up. And he's like, "Oh no, too many coins!"
Falls. And that was about
falls off.
5
But I'll
seconds.
tell you, he hits it within 5 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You
Dude,
hear it too.
they go up. Riddler's turned into the Elephant Man.
Why can't I kill you?
Yeah, but then his face and head are fine. The next time we
Too many questions.
cut to Arkham Asylum, where Dr. Burton is there
Dr.
Wink,
Bird.
wink,
Dr.
nudge,
Burton.
nudge.
Yep.
Oh, the
with the hair that looks like a certain director.
It's the priest from Patriot.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's
Tim
supposed to be
Yeah.
Tim Burton. Is that,
Yeah.
is that an homage or a dig? I couldn't tell.
No, it's an homage.
Okay.
Yeah.
They go into
He was the
Arkham.
producer of the film, I guess.
Yeah.
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 And he's claiming he knows the true identity of Batman, and of course he's a wacko, so he just says, "I am Batman." And off Chase walks outside to tell him that your secret is safe, and meet me at midnight for bone o'clock later on, and this is the end of Batman Forever. Oh, the silhouetted running of the two of them
Oh, yeah. Batman
with
and
the
Robin.
bat symbol
Yes.
on behind them.
Yes.
Surprised she wasn't sitting on his head while I was running.
Oh
That's
my
the
gosh.
new Bat logo.
It is weird that his ears were 6 inches longer.
That's a Chase Meridian edition.
Guys, it's time to improve this movie. And the only way to do that is to cast somebody. And so the question I want to ask is, would Arnold Schwarzenegger make Batman Forever better?
Yes. You know what I would do?
Oh, I know.
I'm already thought about this.
Please.
I would have thrown Victor Freeze in here
Hey!
to set up Batman and Robin.
A little post-credits action? Or
Even
right at
that,
the end?
that would have made it better. Yeah, just even the post credits where you got Victor Freeze in there, or even he's kind of behind the scenes, like
That's right.
setting up his story. Even as Victor
Something.
Freeze, something.
He freezes the bottom of the shaft at the end.
Right.
There's another watery grave. It is an ice grave. What does water do when it freezes? Turns to ice. Pretty cool.
Or just have him around the circus giving people ice for their drinks.
He's in disguise, but he's just got still the blue helmet on that's
right.
just freezing his face.
Blue skin, but like the red and white striped hat.
Yeah. Get your snow cone.
And then there's snow cones, every flavor you'd ever want. but blue is the best.
I think I heard that guy say he's Batman.
Yeah. Oh, he just said, no?
Did you hear that?
Nobody.
I heard it.
Ah!
Oh,
Get down.
you ruined my fundraiser for my wire.
The circus was a fundraiser for McGregor syndrome or whatever that
It
is.
is though, yeah, McGregor syndrome.
All right. Chris Basildew playing along with us, and he says, put him in the sequel. Next question, please. He goes, for real, though, there's always been one bad performance in this film above all other bad performances that I wish could have been done by a better actor, and that's the bank guard from the opening heist. Seeing someone as massive as Arnie having to play a feeble character in need of Batman saving, mixed with the terrible line, oh no, it's boiling acid. This is my hearing aid. Stop it. I cannot hear you. What'd you say? Spanx? Sorry.
Is that a chopper?
Is that the chopper? Chad A playing along with us too, and he said Arnold should play both Two-Face girls, Sugar and Spice. It would be. Listen to me, sweetheart. I've got a dreamy, creamy souffles made of cheese. How about some raw donkey meat? No matter how split your personality, there's only one perfect man. Oh my gosh, that would be ridiculous. Josh Bowman says, I'm going to skip this one for now if that's okay, because Arnold is Mr. Freeze. Yeah, see, he wants to make him Mr. Freeze too. Absolutely. And then Adam Lofton playing along says, well, that's obvious. Do like an end scene with him as Mr. Freeze, right? So there you go.
at that.
A lot of people think he should just be Mr. Freeze. What do you think, Kurt? Where should we stick Arnold in this movie? And don't say one of the clowns at the circus, although it'd be hilarious.
I think it'd be just funny to see him as Batman.
Oh my gosh, dude. The
That
cowl
jaw
would fit.
sticking out of the bottom of that cowl. It would look like it was too tight, like when a kid wears like a Halloween mask and it squeezes their face in.
Hey, Robert Zadar.
It's a chin sticking out.
Imagine if he was Batman. Be ridiculous. The guy
His
from
chin would be
Samurai
driving the
Cop.
car. Quick to the Chinmobile.
That's right.
Arnold is Batman.
Try fireman lest it take off.
You could probably sell that opening line.
Oh, that's right. Could I? What is the line he
Can I
says?
persuade you to take a sandwich with you, sir?
I'll get drive-through. I'll drive through it.
He just barely can fit in the Batmobile. His shoulders are just like tucked in.
Right. So that means when Chris O'Donnell jumps out, he has to try and do an Arnold accent to convince them that he's Batman. But like a kind of a bad one. I'm a Batman. I just forgot my suit, okay? That's not the bat.
You're wrong. Here I am. I'm going to serve you.
That's right. Batman is Chase Meridian. Hard entrance.
Just him in a black negligee.
Listen. What is it about the wrong kind of man? When I was in grade school, it was people who had earrings. When I was in college, it was men with motorcycles and leather jackets. And now, black rubber.
Nailed it.
Speaking of rubber.
No reason.
All right.
There you go.
All right, guys. It's time to give this movie some awards. We're going to start off with the Will Patton Award for Intensity.
You want a war? I'll give you a war!
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night! And if they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna take every last one of you out. You make sure
They remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Yes.
What are you doing with a gun in space?
All right. It's the award we give out to the most intense, dialed in, sold out for their role. Ryan, Farrell, who you got?
Jim Carrey for sure.
Jim, for sure.
I think so. Like,
I'm not convinced. No.
Do you think it's a foregone conclusion he wins?
I mean, as the years have gone on and the amount of times I've seen this movie,
Yeah.
he's the only one that I don't find something wrong with for me. And he came in to this role, and he wasn't even the original choice, right?
No, it was Robin Williams.
Yeah. So like when he came into this role, it was kind of a gamble in a way for the studio.
Sure.
And he's the only one that came in and knocked it out. And over the years, in the almost 30 years this movie has been out,
Yeah.
no problems with him in it.
Awesome. Baz says, this is easily Jim Carrey for me. Dude carries the film and is the main reason I've revisited it as much as I have. His over-the-top antics are great. Most of the best quotes belong to him. Great costume changes, and it's peak Carrey just having fun. So great take from Baz there as we go to Mueller.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I would have loved to give this to my Huckleberry, Val Kilmer, because I don't think he was a bad Batman, right? I think he was all right. And I think he worked with what he was given and probably some of the direction. But, I mean, ultimately, I've got to go with Jim Carrey. He just knocked it out of the park. He did Jim Carrey things. I think he embodied the role of Riddler for the most part. So I'm going to go Jim Carrey.
Chad A also goes, I feel like Jim Carrey's the only appropriate answer for this. In a world of cartoony villains, he plays it up to the next level, bringing the intensity. And so far, it's a clean sweep. And I'm also going to give it to Jim Carrey. I think it's yes, like you said, it's the right answer, but I also could understand if somebody wanted to go Val Kilmer. I don't think Val Kilmer got a fair shot at playing Batman in this movie. He was given almost nothing to do. Literally, they had him like halfway through the movie stop.
He
Batman.
retired,
right?
Like
before he even said he retired,
right?
And I think he signed in for this movie thinking he was going to be the next Keaton, because he didn't even he signed on script unseen. He was in a cave shooting Ghosts in the Darkness, and he got the call and he said, yes, tell them yes.
Yeah.
He didn't know that the shift in tone was going to happen, all this stuff, right? And so he probably thinks he's coming in to do kind of what Keaton did his best. He didn't play the Adam West version, right?
No, I think he was a very serious Batman. I think Kilmer was a very good Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I probably said it before when we did Batman and Robin, but for me, Keaton is the best Batman.
Yeah.
Right? But I think Val Kilmer was a very good Batman. Mm-hmm. And like you said, he just wasn't given, I think, from a script standpoint, an opportunity to be Batman.
Yeah. So I know I'm picking Jim Carrey and spending all my time talking about Val Kilmer, but I think it's important.
I agree with you, though.
Yeah.
It's a very fair thing to say.
Yeah.
In the sense of, if you think like Val Kilmer as Bruce Wayne as well, he's a great Bruce Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He is a great, he's better than most, he's better than Keaton as Bruce Wayne.
Interesting.
I mean, Keaton's the best Batman.
Yeah.
But Val Kilmer's a better Bruce Wayne.
Josh Bowman playing along says, I think most people are going to choose Jim Carrey for this, but for me, Jim Carrey was just being Jim Carrey and didn't really deliver anything special. I'm going to hand this over to Val Kilmer as Batman. I've always thought he was overshadowed by Keaton, but he is a solid Batman and Bruce Wayne. I'm sad we never got to see more of him. Well, couldn't time that better with Josh's response.
That's so weird.
After what we were just saying. But Bob, who's your Will Patton nominee?
Kilmer.
Yeah. Where would you put him in the pecking order of Batman?
Of Batman, I put him Keaton, Affleck, Kilmer, Conroy, Bale.
So above Bale and above Pattinson, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Pattinson.
What about Clooney?
Clooney?
Yeah, where's Clooney?
Clooney's sharing the leftovers with Bale. Sorry, if you want to know who Bale is.
Cutting it up, eating it together,
Fair enough.
feeding each other.
Yeah,
Adam Lofton said his is going to Jim Carrey. He went hard, so that's another vote for Jim Carrey. But I'm glad two people went Kilmer and gave him a shout out. Before we wrap it up here, Kurt, who's your nominee?
I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, for me, you guys have known me forever.
Yes,
I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan.
Yeah.
He did what he was supposed to do in this movie. I feel like he's the one that made the Riddler a well-known name. Besides that, it's just so for me with Val Kilmer and the problem with Batman movies is they became more about the villains and not so much about Batman.
Right.
I feel like Batman 1 and 2, the thing that made Michael Keaton so special is what Tim Burton allowed him to bring to the role.
Right.
After that, I feel like once Warner Brothers kind of got involved and they're like, let's just sell toys, it was no longer about Batman. Right. It was about what can we do to make the villains fun, entertaining, because that's what makes Batman so special is his villain rogue. Yeah. So at that point, I feel like for Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, it was more about how many villains can we cram into this movie and make it fun for that. Yeah. So unfortunately, that's what it is.
Okay.
But ultimately, I give it to Jim Carrey. But I do feel that Val Kilmer has a good honorable mention.
Yeah. And I think what won me over for giving him this award were those quieter moments too. The why has anybody put you in your place? Yes. The I can help you get Batman. He whispers in Two-Face's ear, like all that stuff. That's what I think really put over the top.
Yeah, he just brought a psychoticness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means Jim Carrey is going to win the Will Patton Award for Batman Forever. As we now give out the award for the worst actor in the movie, we have to answer this question. Who was the worst actor in Batman Forever? We're handing out the Steven Seagal Trash Can Full of Dirt Award.
Trash can, oh trash can, it's a trash can full of dirt, yeah.
Love never dies, and neither do they. Love is eternal, and that's a long time.
All right, guys. Farrell over there, who was the worst actor in this movie?
I don't know.
He just says, I don't know.
Look, I'm going to say for me, this is a hard one to plant a flag on.
Yeah.
Because I would say, sure, the low-hanging fruit is like your bank guard at the beginning, Joe Grafasi, right?
Okay.
But even then, he's literally playing the character he's supposed to play, which is like you said, a feeble, piddly bank guard.
I loved his performance.
Yes.
I would never trash can him.
No, and it's like I got nothing right now, honestly.
We'll come back to you.
We'll come back to me.
All right. We'll circle back to you. Maybe we'll see what happens by the end. Chris Boz. So Boz says there's several deserving recipients of a trash can, but none more so than Chris O'Donnell. The middle-aged boy wonder's performance fell flatter than the rest of the flying Grayson.
Oh, man.
Wow. Yikes. Also, his earring did as much to prove his youth as Steve Buscemi's skateboard did in the 30 Rock's meme. How do you do, fellow young people? So that's a vote for Chris O'Donnell as we go over to Mueller.
You know, this might be unpopular choice, but I'm going to go with Tommy Lee Jones on this as Two-Face. I don't think he embodied Two-Face at all. I think we covered it, that he was... to me, he was just trying to outdo Jim Carrey because Jim Carrey was popping at that time, and Tommy Lee Jones, I don't think he really was. He's more on that downward slope.
Yeah.
And I think he's trying to stay relevant, and he was trying to match Jim Carrey's energy and his physical comedy, and that's just not what Tommy Lee Jones is. So I'm going to give it to Tommy Lee Jones.
All right, fair enough, man. Chad A says, it was a struggle for me between Val Kilmer and Nicole Kidman. I ended up going with Nicole Kidman. She just felt so one-tone. Why can't smart characters stay smart when a guy in rubber shows up, right? All of a sudden, she's a ditz as soon as Batman swooped in his black rubbery cape.
See, and I'm thinking Nicole Kidman in a way, but then once again, it comes to... Well, no, she played the character as it was because she's written to be this stupid, like, oh, yes, I'm a psychologist, but trauma turns me on. So here I am. And, like, Nicole Kidman played that role.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So that's so we got a one for O'Donnell, one for Kidman, one for Tommy Lee Jones. So we're gonna have our first person with 2 votes here because I'm going Tommy Lee Jones for me. A great actor. This is not a career award.
I hated to do it.
Great actor. He absolutely bombed in this part. It was so bad for him. So you can take him off the hook and say he was just miscast, or he didn't want to do the work, or he didn't care, and it was a big fat paycheck to him, which I respect. Get your money. But this was not it from Tommy Lee Jones in this movie. And he's so capable of being so intimidating and scary and all those things. And I know if he had just taken the time, and maybe part of it was Schumacher, but if they just worked that character a little better, it could have been an all-time performance.
Oh, absolutely.
From Tommy Lee Jones. Okay?
If he would have did Tommy Lee Jones stuff and been that intimidating force that he can be, absolutely.
Yeah.
Different conversation.
Josh Bowman said, even though my least favorite performance was Tommy Lee Jones, completely missed the mark there, Tommy boy. I'm going to give the trash can to Pat Hingle as Commissioner Gordon.
Rightfully deserved.
This may be because these movies usually don't give great roles to the greatest police commissioner ever, but even then, I found his small parts that he was in it lacking. So that's a Pat Hingle vote. And Bob, who is your trash can?
Tommy Lee Jones.
You hated it as much as I do. Let's go.
I did.
Mega powers unite.
Mega powers collide.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Garbage.
Absolute trash.
You're not the Joker.
No, you suck.
So, yeah, that's your plan.
But he had personality.
Your mother has personality.
It was garbage. It was it. You're imitating. You're copying.
Right.
And it's just trash.
And everybody tries to play every character like the Joker now, too. Even Lex Luthor tried to be the Joker.
Hate that now.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Right, but
I can go another.
This was 95.
Right.
No,
He
but
was the
now-
first one. He was blazing a trail.
No, it's like I swear and hope up and down I don't ever see the Joker in another fucking Batman movie for the next 10 years.
Yeah, you're
That'd
going
be
to.
nice.
In the next, they already set him up for the next Pattinson one.
There's so many other great villains that you could choose
Let's
from.
do Clayface. Come on.
Clayface.
Yeah.
Let's do
it.
Firefly.
Firefly. Firefly's great.
Let's
We
do a
had Firefly,
let's do a
they canceled the
Deathstroke.
movie.
Let's do a Deathstroke one.
Deathstroke.
Be awesome.
So
I mean, that's what they were leading to, and that never happened.
well, they Firefly. Brendan Fraser was playing Firefly,
that's
and I'm
right.
sure it was awesome.
I bet it was
and then,
dope.
Oh, we have to shelve the movie because of taxes.
Yeah, whatever. Adam Lofton said, I'm going to plant my flag. It's Nicole Kidman. Her role was pointless in this movie. So as we go over to Kurt here, it's 3 for Tommy, 2 for Nicole, I think are the leaderboard right now.
Yeah.
But Kurt, who is your trash can?
I'm going with Gossip Gertie.
Oh, no.
You know what? Completely unnecessary in the movie.
Oh, he's going to fire
Nope.
a shot at
I
Bob
am.
Kane's wife?
Just did it.
You want to
Bam.
know what's funny is
that?
as I was watching this last night, I thought Gossip Gertie for the trash can.
Yeah.
She's just so over the top. I mean, more than anybody else in the movie.
She's bad.
I don't know. I feel like she nails the ideology of Gossip Gertie.
Now, Farrell, I'm
I
going to
think
make
so.
you plant your flag.
I know.
So even if it doesn't influence the outcome, you got to plant your flag.
Because Tommy Lee Jones already wins.
Yeah, at this point,
Exactly.
you can't
At this
beat him.
point, you know what? Debbie Mazar is Spice.
What did she do? A side of raw donkey meat.
Why was that
what
so
it is?
accurate?
Actually, you want to know what it is? The one thing I'm hung up on.
What's that?
All right. As the scene is playing out, it is an
Just open up a can of worms.
it is an
open up
uninterrupted tracking shot, right?
Yes.
So as you see Tommy Lee Jones reacting to Drew Barrymore, who's talking about her
Yeah.
creamy souffle sauce,
Yeah, he's turning one side.
you
then he turns
can
the other side.
can see Debbie Mazar standing there looking like 1 o'clock half struck.
Yeah,
Like she knows absolutely as to what she's doing. And then when it's her turn to speak, she's all of a sudden like,
In character.
"Oh yeah, I made you a favorite." So you know what?
Donkey me.
So you know what? Debbie Mazar as Spice for the one thing.
All right.
That's it.
I respect that.
The
What
one
that
thing.
means,
Not the overacting.
Tommy Lee Jones is going to win.
No,
Trash
because
can
I don't
full of
agree
dirt.
with it. I don't agree with Tommy Lee Jones.
Why?
You thought he gave a good performance?
Why? He's the most inaccurate character depiction of Two-Face.
Inaccurate character depiction, yes. In the realm of Tommy Lee Jones' work, no, it's probably his career worst performance.
So if we can't give him the can for his worst performance ever,
Right.
That's how great of an actor he is. Because he's not a
he's already canned.
not a
Ryan, it's
trash
already
can.
happened. He's already been
Everyone's
canned.
been a trash can.
I know. Moving on.
Okay.
Everyone gets-
the next award we give out is to the not small actor. The next award we give out is to an actor who had a small role but still made the movie better with what few parts they had. And I know who I'm giving this bad boy to. It's the Steve James Award.
You know, every place you go, there's always someone who thinks he's a badass, right? Then there are those few who are.
That's right.
Are you some kind of a badass karate boy?
All right. right, Farrell. Who is your unsung hero?
Are you giving it to Joe Grafasi as the bank
bet
guard?
your sweet ass
Oh
I
my
am.
gosh.
You expect that.
Just because for 30 years.
Yes. It's one of the most is it not one of the most memorable parts
No,
of the
it
entire
is.
movie?
It is.
Everybody
It
talks
is.
about the boiling acid.
Even though I don't like it.
no,
Yeah, it's
Yes.
that's always the go-to line.
So the thing I thought about the most after I watched the movie was that part. And so if that's what made I'm like 2 hours later, I'm still thinking about that. I got to give him the
And you're
award.
like, man, this whole time. And you know
That's right.
what? You want to know what?
Hold on. Now I got to read a patrons because I've gone straight to me and we got to zigzag or we're going to have too many in a row. So here's who Boz went with. Can I just give this to Seal? Kiss from a rose is the bomb, and some days you just can't get rid of them.
Not you too. You don't like.
Oh, I forgot about this. Jon Favreau. He goes, if not, I'll say Jon Favreau was in this movie.
Yeah, he was. I just saw him on IMDb here.
Wordless portrayal as assistant number 2 in Bruce Wayne's entourage.
Yep.
Inspiring. I meant to mention that and I forgot. Yes, Favreau makes a very small appearance in this
Really?
movie.
Yeah.
As part of his entourage walking through R&D, right?
Yeah.
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 So, all right. Now, what were you going to say? Who's your nomination?
Mine?
Yes.
It's pretty obvious, isn't it?
No, it's not obvious at all.
Joe Grafasi as the bank guard.
Let's go. That's not the song I meant to play.
Somewhere fruit is falling off.
My fat fingers are gonna. I'm so mad at myself right now. Just push this.
Just push the button.
Joe Grafani, what's his name?
Grafasi.
Grafasi.
Joe Grafasi.
Joe, boiling acid guy. Awesome. I'm so happy about that. Chad A swoops in and says Michael Goh as Alfred played a perfect Alfred, keeping the Bat crew pointed in the right direction. A Batman movie isn't a Batman movie without a good Alfred. And we throw this to Mueller.
Yeah, I'm going Alfred as much as I want to maybe go Paul Bearer Jr. here. All of a sudden, Undertaker's popping out of a safe deposit box.
That's what Undertaker would keep in his safety box.
He would.
I'm going to go with Michael Goh as Alfred. I always
All right.
enjoy his performances. I think he's given a little bit less to do and a little more cartoonish in this one just because of direction, but I think he was still a great Alfred.
Josh Bowman says, I am thrilled to announce that Joe Grafasi is my nominee for Steve James. The line that stuck with me more than any other line besides Riddle Me This was, oh no, it's boiling acid. I quote this often and often. No one has any idea what I'm talking about. That line alone made this movie so much better for me. Bob, who is your unsung hero of Batman Forever?
Drew Barrymore.
Yes. I love it.
It's a good pick.
Good pick. Solid pick. Adam Lofton comes in and he says, for my Steve James is going to Tommy Lee Jones.
What?
If he's in it too much, then I give it to Drew Barrymore.
There you go.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
boy.
Love it. So second vote. Joe Grafasi still has three votes.
Leading
though.
the pack.
As we go over to Mr. Mummer, who's your unsung hero?
Oh, unsung hero. I was going to say the smallest actor award goes to Danny DeVito
Nice.
for any Batman movie. How can you not go with Joe?
Yeah.
Grafasi,
there you
baby.
go.
Awesome. You know what that means, guys? That means the boiling acid guy is going to win the Unsung Hero Award.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Joe Grafasi.
If there ever was a scene, the first 10 minutes of this movie, you could
Yes.
just watch the first 10 minutes and then shut it off.
Yes.
And it's because of
Fantastic.
Joe Grafasi.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is a movie I think we need to do the Cheryl Fenn Hot Babe Award.
Yes.
And so
we do.
what are your thoughts there, boys? Because Adam Lofton voted on this. And let me see if anybody else here from the patrons did or didn't. They did not. So we just have Adam Lofton's vote. But who do you guys have for your Cheryl Fenn Hot Babe Award?
Young Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barry, not Nicole Kidman. And not Spice.
Had something about young Drew Barrymore.
All right.
Like,
Hold on, I gotta Google her age.
Who? At the time, she was old, she was of age in the mid 90s.
Yeah.
she was well into her 20s in
Yes.
this movie. Yes.
No, you're good.
We're safe.
We're safe or you're safe?
More Bob safe.
Between the two, I mean, Nicole Kidman now looks like Janice from the Muppets, so I would, you know,
What's going on with her?
but Nicole Kidman. Then I'm taking Nicole Kidman. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Nicole Kidman. Yeah.
All right. So we got two because Adam Lofton went Drew Barrymore. So did Ryan. We've got 2 votes for Nicole. So it's 2-2 right now, Bob.
Barrymore.
Barrymore?
Yeah.
All right.
Man,
Kurt?
I'm going Kidman, man.
Yeah. That means, and since we've all voted for one of those 2 people, we can't break the tie. So we have a legitimate tie between Drew Barrymore and Nicole Kidman for the Cheryl Fenn Hot Babe Award.
Now we got to go the opposite way, right?
A truly locked tie.
The Rain
Love it.
Award.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's do a Rain Award.
It's my Huckleberry.
Val
Oh,
Kilmer.
yeah.
Val
Oh,
Kilmer.
it's got to be Val.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely Huckleberry.
Yeah.
Michael Koff.
You didn't want to go Pat Hingle on that one, huh?
No.
I mean, his name is Hank.
Well, the one
Bowling
scene,
ball
when he,
fat ass excuse for Commissioner Gordon.
the scene when he came out in his pajamas, though.
Oh my god.
Didn't do it for you.
Do it now.
We should have let Jack Napier shoot the commissioner in the first movie.
Oh my gosh, guys! It's time to climb BMR Mountain. We have a couple of actors here. We're gonna start with Jim Carrey. This is the part where we say, okay, we climb up this mountain to see what is the peak performance from BMR that they've had on our show. And with Jim Carrey, this is his 3rd movie. Okay. So he's been in Once Bitten, Me, Myself, and Irene, and Batman Forever. And so again, it's not the movie, it's the actor. Out of those 3, what's been his peak performance on BMR? Is it the Riddler? Or is it Charlie Bailey Gates in Me, Myself, and Irene? Or is it, I don't remember what his name was.
I don't even remember what his name was either.
Yeah.
Hank.
Hank?
Yeah, it was Hank and Charlie.
Yes, Hank and Charlie in Me, Myself, and Irene. Do you remember his name in Once Bitten?
Once Bitten.
I don't.
Minute.
I don't either.
Yeah, that's all right. What do you guys think?
I'm going Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah, that's where I was.
I think it's a more impressive because he's got to play 2 characters.
The thing that's, and we even talked about it on the episode.
Yeah.
The scene in the grocery store.
Yes.
When you see him do the personality change
Yep.
in one take.
Yep.
That right there alone is freaking gold.
Yeah, or when he fights himself.
Or when he fights himself, or the ending of the movie where he's like holding his leg back on the bridge.
Yep.
And you can see that like it looks like someone's actually pulling on him.
Right.
And it's just him.
Yeah.
He's
Who the hell is Milky and what is he doing here? Yeah.
Oh, look who decided to join the party.
So, I think I'm going Me, Myself, and Irene. I think it's easy to put Once Bitten 3rd.
Yeah.
So,
As much as I don't want to, yeah, that's where I would be. I'd be.
What do you think? Would you put Riddler above Charlie Bailey Gates?
Absolutely not. I throw Riddler down the mountain.
Really? Wow. Somebody hated this performance. Oh, you ever seen Once Bitten?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'd put that under?
I would put
Once
that
Bitten?
above Batman Forever.
His name was Mark, too, in Once Bitten.
Oh,
That's
there
what
you
it
go.
was,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
No, I would. Yeah, I would. I'd put the Riddler above Mark from Once Bitten, and I liked his performance in Once Bitten.
Yeah.
But yeah, Me, Myself, and Irene definitely the first top.
I was
top
going to
one.
say because he carried Batman, I was going to do Riddler first, but after listening to you guys, I completely agree. I think, I just think Me, Myself, and Irene, he had to play 2 roles, and he did
Yeah.
it so well, and they were so different from each other that it was great to see that comedic back and forth.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So,
The other actor that we've got to rank here is Mr. Tolge himself, as Nicole called him, TLJ.
TLJ.
4 times he's been on our show.
Yeah.
And so we have Black Moon Rising, which many of you probably haven't seen.
No.
Anyone seen it?
I saw it. I saw it. Yeah.
That was on the episode.
You were on the episode? Okay. So I can never remember who's been on what episode.
Oh, sure.
So we've got Black Moon Rising. We've got Firebirds, Friend, Small Soldiers, and Batman
That's
Forever.
right. He was in Small Soldiers.
That's right. As, what was his name?
Chip.
Colonel
Yep.
Chip Hazard.
Chip Hazard.
Chip Hazard.
Yes.
I kept wanting to call him,
Right.
I kept wanting to call him
Well,
Chip
it's
Fury.
easy. Batman Forever is 4th.
I liked his performance in Black Moon Rising.
I did too.
I think it was better than Firebirds.
I put Firebirds probably third.
Yeah, but Firebirds is better than Batman Forever.
I did like him as Chip.
Oh, no.
I think I'd go Small Soldiers, Black Moon Rising,
Firebirds,
and then Batman Forever.
I agree with you.
Batman Forever.
What's that?
I'll copy it.
All right, so you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that because I was between Small Soldiers and Black Moon Rising, but that's right. I think Chip Hazard was good.
I think
really good.
Perfect name.
Small Soldiers.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Small Soldiers.
Yeah. Everything else.
Everything else.
Yeah, but as far as that's all we can go off of because that's all he's been at.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like because in the sense of carrying, he carries Small Soldiers. Then
right, and those are 3 bad Tommy Lee Jones movies. The other 3, besides Small Soldiers, like all 3 of those did not do well. All right, well, Batman Forever did great. 2 of them did not do well. It did good monetarily. But, yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's time to land the plane, and so we have to ultimately land on something here, and it's been hotly contested, the thoughts about this movie and Batman Forever. We've covered almost all of the original Batman movies now. The only one we haven't done is Batman Returns. And
where does that fall? Is that a good movie? Is that a bad movie?
I haven't looked to see.
Yeah.
I think it's a good movie that rules.
Yeah, I don't know where the number, like what it would qualify for.
Yeah,
it would qualify
Sorry,
based on
I should have
critics.
specified.
Yeah.
The critics.
Well, it would. No, I don't know if it would.
Okay.
But I'm saying that's the only way it would qualify is based on
IMDb
critics.
is not
7
going
plus
to.
on IMDb.
Yep, IMDb it has a 7.1.
Yeah,
it made a ton of freaking money.
What's the Rotten Tomatoes there, Bob?
Yeah.
82.
Yeah, it's got to be on GMO.
So there you go, Bob. Batman Returns on GMR.
Which is where it belongs.
73 audience.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. So anyway, Farrell,
But Batman Forever.
You have the floor, buddy.
Batman Forever. Is it a good movie? Full stop. Right?
The look, Bob.
You make your opinion, man. That's fine.
That's you, man.
I don't know anymore.
You were so happy when you walked in here. You're like, this movie's awesome. What happened?
We talked about it. That's what happened.
Did you see all the big penises?
Here's the first of all,
Too much shaftiness. It's a very shafty movie.
Schumacher's Gotham. I think Schumacher's Gotham is really freaking cool.
I'm not saying it's not.
I think the production design is awesome. Stephen Goldblatt for Thomas, technical achievement. Stephen Goldblatt for cinematography. This movie is shot so well. Mm-hmm. And that's why he was nominated for an Oscar for it.
Yeah, his name is in the Pride Wall of Fame.
And you know what? And Bat Nipples. Say what you will about Bat Nipples. I love you, I think the funniest thing that Joel Schumacher came out and said was he's like, I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. I was kind of modeling them after Greek statues.
Same as Snyder.
And everyone's like, nope, it was not good.
Yeah.
But I never had a problem with Bat Nipples or the bat cod piece, whatever you want to call it.
Understand your source material.
Understand your source material. And that is the hang up, right? Because in 1995, when this movie came out, I loved it.
Yes,
loved
I did
it
too.
for years.
I did too.
Loved this movie for probably 25 years. And yeah, then watched it again last night. And gosh, what a disappointment. The plot holes, the way it flows, like we were joking, like, meanwhile, back at Bad Guy HQ. Meanwhile, now on the streets of Gotham.
And then...
Meanwhile, at Wayne Manor, Robin's doing laundry. Meanwhile...
Meanwhile,
the only thing that was missing was the spinning Batman logo while they were going to it.
And the thing is, everything is so flat. Like it plods from scene to scene to scene to scene with no tonal upshift or stakes. Yeah. The climax is stupid. Like
it's made for someone with ADHD.
It's literally never like the critics praised the action at the time it came out. What action? There's no memorable action in this movie. So this has gone from a childhood favorite to where at one point I would have said, no, Batman Forever is a good movie. You don't know what you're talking about. To then I thought, no, it's a bad movie that rules. To now, no, this is a bad movie. And I really hope that Kevin Smith puts together the 3-hour Schumacher cut because I would be really excited to watch it.
I'd be the first in line.
Didn't he have like a private screening? You could buy tickets for that?
I don't know if you can buy tickets. I think he just showed it to a group of people.
Yeah,
who said
he showed it to a couple people, and they all came and said like, "Oh yeah, that was really good."
Yeah.
Like that was
so. All right, so bad movie, straight up.
Yeah, because like it doesn't even rule.
Fair enough, man. I love the flag planting, and we're gonna start off here with Baz, and he says, "Look, anyone that knows me will tell you I'm a huge Batman fan, and because of that, when I was younger, I had a lot of love for this film." Oh, sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
However, nowadays I find myself preferring to rewatch Batman and Robin more, because even though it's terrible, it at least feels like it knows it's terrible and it's leaning into that. Batman Forever constantly feels like it's struggling to determine what kind of movie it wants to be, and in my opinion, the acting suffers because of it. Several moments felt like they were trying to keep some of Burton's feel from the first two, while a good chunk of the film leans heavily into, the camp and even drops a few Batman 66 Easter eggs. Bad forced relationships, no Elfman score, Robin's laundry kata, and bat nipples also helped my decision of calling this a straight up bad movie. Woo. From Baz, another person that used to love the film. I sense a theme here.
I think that's pretty much unanimously what everyone's going to feel.
Mueller.
Oh, so this was, I guess, I was probably about a year behind you in high school. So this would have been between my freshman and sophomore years because of 95. This is one, and we're going to pop out the dog scale here.
Ooh, been a while.
Coming back.
Yeah,
Coming
been a
back,
while.
baby.
So this is, you're on the heels of, you got a new bedspread, right? You're just all excited about this new bedspread you got. You finally got one that your wife agreed to, so you ditch the floral patterns of hers, got yourself something really cool, nice kind of pattern on it, cool colors and everything. And the dog just shits all over it. You're so excited for this thing, and then you come home from work, big old steaming dog pile on your bedspread. I was tempted to call this a bad movie that rules because of Jim Carrey's performance, because of Val Kilmer's performance and what he brought to the table. But at the end of the day, this is just a bad movie. It's a bad movie I'll watch again because I enjoy Jim Carrey's performance. But at the end of the day, bad movie, full stop.
I can't even see what's happening over there.
Terminator's blowing. Stay Puft.
Stay Puft.
Oh man,
Little treat on YouTube there for you.
Ryan's just trying to get through his dog crap tale.
I would never, Brian, I would have never done that during your speech if I had thought for a second it was going to hit me as hard as it did. I thought it wasn't going to turn into anything. I'm sorry.
It's all right, man. I was trying to hold it together from, we got a head giving some head over here.
I'm crying. I'm sorry.
What else did that do?
For this, you'll pay a terrible price. What'd you land on?
Bad movie, full stop.
Bad movie, full stop.
Full stop.
Man, that
Much
poor,
as I want to be bad movie that rules, it's a bad movie.
that poor
It just is.
bedspread.
Poor bedspread. And you got to try and wash it off and use it because you just bought it.
Or Schwarzenegger walks in, cool colors.
Cool colors for me to poop on. Oh, no, that's Amber Heard. That's Amber Heard. I'm sorry.
Oh man, Arnold Schwarzenegger is Triumph.
Chad A comes in and says, I am all for a campy, fun Batman flick, but this was a lot. Between Bruce yelling he was Batman in front of hundreds of people, then claiming he'd never told the soul, to the best fight scene between Robin and Laundry, it was a hard watch. Bad movie, full stop. Guys, I did not think this was going to happen. This is 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Bad movie, full stop.
So much bad movie that rules.
it's in an awkward position because, like you said, you'll watch it again.
I will
I'll watch it again too. Like I'm excited for the day that I can watch this with my son.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
man,
I think show it to kids. I think just like you had a love affair with it at a certain age, you had a love affair with it at a certain age. I think it's still a valuable movie for that age. And so if you want to show it to your kids, I'm sure they'll love it. And then one day they'll grow up and go, why'd you make me watch this? Thing sucks. Okay. I didn't have a love affair with it because I for whatever, I just thought like it was not the Burton movies.
Right.
And I really disliked it for that reason. But I loved Jim Carrey, and I loved Jim Carrey's performance in the movie. And I love Val Kilmer. And so I think for a lot of years, I've tried to convince myself that this movie is better than it is, up until even before watching it this time.
Yeah.
Probably when we did Batman and Robin, I probably was thinking that it was worse than Batman Forever, but I hadn't watched Batman Forever in a while, but I was still trying to convince myself it was a decent movie. I can't lie to myself anymore. And after having watched it now with fresh eyes, and as much as Jim Carrey's performance still holds up, it's the only thing that holds up. This is a bad movie, full stop. And I will not watch it if I don't have to, probably ever again.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Josh Bowman comes in and says, overall thoughts. This movie has flaws. Val Kilmer is a great Bruce Wayne, but not as great as Batman, even though he's my Will Patton. Chris O'Donnell was a terrible choice for Dick Grayson, but he could have been a great Jason Todd or even a Tim Drake Robin. Tommy Lee Jones was completely miscast and didn't capture the spirit of the character at all. I could go on and on about this, and being a massive Batman fan. However, this is still an entertaining and fun movie to watch, and I love some of the kookiness, like the battleship scene. So, for Bowman, bad movie that rules. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. That's our first rules coming from Josh Bowman before Adam Lofton comes up here in a minute, who has been on every comic book movie we've ever done and always hits us with the fun fact. We'll see what that is. But before that, we got to find out what Bob's final rating is of Batman Forever. Here's your chance to say everything you've ever wanted to say about Batman Forever.
God. It's just a piece of shit film. It's the most inaccurate Batman movie of all time. I love this movie. Once again, I'm gonna tap on the bandwagon. Everyone that just wrote in and said, like, yes, I did have a love affair with this movie when I was a kid. Yes, I had all the toys. Yes, I had all the Batmobiles. Yes, I had the Batwing. Yes, I had Two-Face. Yes, I had the giant Batcave that was three different sections. You remember
that thing was awesome.
The thing was awesome. I try to look it up right now. It's like $500.
That thing was better than the movie.
Yeah, that thing was better than the movie. We had the video game, the
SNES.
SNES video game.
I was going to say it was for Super Nintendo.
Yep.
Yeah, we played the crap out of that. I tried. Seal's song is better than this movie.
Wow.
I tried. I'm sorry.
This movie had more plot holes than his face.
From Kilmer from Kilmer to Carrey. I didn't think Chris O'Donnell was that bad. I thought he was fine for what he had to do. And
imagine if Ludacris was in this movie.
It's Two-Face? I'm going to take Ludacris over Tommy Lee
Ludacris
Jones.
and Two-Face? Yeah. Let's go all day.
He's young enough. He might have been good as Robin.
Big gold coin. He just flips.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Anyway,
Big gold coin. So, then he hangs it on his neck when he's done later.
He takes it off and he flips it in the air. I would have swallowed that pill over the Joker. Half his face melted.
All right.
But yeah, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Is that you got it all off your chest?
No, but that's fine. We're short on time. I got you.
It's all good.
Adam, so it's a bad movie, you're saying?
I didn't. No, this movie's a straight up bad movie.
That's Adam. So we've got 5 or 6 BMRs at this point, or bad movies.
BMs.
Yeah,
BMs. Yeah, BMs.
And the one bad BMR. And Adam Lofton actually also said bad movie that rules.
Wow.
Barely. And he hits us with his fun fact. First appearance of the Riddler was in Detective Comics 140, which means he appeared well after Two-Face, whose first appearance was in Detective Comics 66. So, man, he's been around for a long time. Adam Lofton hitting us there with the good stuff. All right, Kurt.
Good movie that rules.
Well, people opinions can change and be complicated. So
I'm joking, Kurt.
That's fine.
The floor is yours, bud.
So I'm a Jim Carrey fan through and through. Mm-hmm. This was prime time toy collecting for me.
Oh yeah.
I was at that, and I owned it all. I had the Batmobile. I had the like you were saying, the 3-parter Batcave. Yeah. I had all the Riddler toys. I had the Two-Face toys. I got the special editions. I got the ones that were painted differently. I loved it all. The thing, it's so hard for me because you guys are in here just dogging this movie. And I'm over here at the kids' table going, there's a reason I'm at the kids' table.
Guys, I like it.
I do. I like it. I was what, like 15, 14 when this movie came out?
Yep. Yeah.
I love that movie then. And after some of the garbage we'd watched for this show, I still love this movie. I'm going to give it a BMR. It's a bad movie that rules. I enjoy it. I'll watch it again and again and again. I got to watch it with my kid. She loved it. Yeah, she's 7. I don't care. It was fantastic. It's a bad movie that rules.
All right, man. Respect. I always say, like what you like, right?
I liked it.
Good. That means that we've got, what, 2 BMRs, 3 BMRs. And 6, because there was 9 votes.
So 9 votes.
BMs.
6 straight up bad movies. So
yeah.
Thank you guys for jumping in. We've done a lot. If you go to Batman and Superman, we've done a handful of Batman movies already.
Yeah, this movie definitely gets my seal of approval.
Wait a minute. You too?
Oh, nice.
Because that was the original song for the movie.
Kiss me, hold me, kill me.
Kiss me.
What happened? They saw the script and they left?
Oh, I don't know. All right, guys. Well, hey, we're still trying to work out the kinks here with DH9K.
She's still not feeling well.
I know. It's been almost 2 months.
I think she was in this movie. She voiced the box that Bruce Wayne stepped in.
That sounded kind of just like her, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's why she's been giving us so many problems. She's part of Nigma Tech.
There you go. Do you think that's who our arch villain nemesis is?
We never found out. Maybe
Nigma,
it could be the Riddler.
Could be.
We'll see. But it's okay because I went back to the manual way of DH9K randomly spitting out these movies, and so I still at least am getting
Get a next movie.
the marching orders.
Okay.
And so this is just kicking it old school. We've been doing this for a long time. But the movie next week is, speaking about playing Super Nintendo games, we're talking about the Fred Savage movie, The Wizard, next week.
Wow.
All right.
With his cross-country trip to go to a video game tournament.
Yep.
Is all I remember, because his little brother is some kind of gaming whiz or something. The only thing I remember about the movie is it was the first time anyone saw any footage of Super Mario Brothers 3, and everybody lost their mind.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
So
Is Christian Slater in that movie?
I don't remember. The only one I remember for sure is Fred Savage, but there might be other people in there for sure. But that'll be next week, so join us for that. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. But in the meantime, I just want to say thank you to the Human Movie Database and to the mayor, the Manimal, and for Kurt Mummer coming all the way out here to sit at the kids' table and declare his love for Batman Forever. I respect that, buddy. In the meantime, I'm your host, James Hauser, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. When it's midnight and you're on a little snack, you just flick the light switch on that Batman signal.
What kind of snack are we talking about here?
The kind that I'm not going to say it.
Gives chase.
Because if I do something over this song, I have to start all the way over because I can't edit in the song.
Little bat snack.
So, a little bat snack. That's it.
Little cat snack.
Tinder for superheroes.
Swipe right.
See ya.